And if you can, just find the technique that works for you. It is not about how to clear your mind. It is about how to recognize the thoughts that are coming in and out. And one of the ways that I do this is through active meditation. As now, right? I've had a fear of being recorded my whole life, and I'm overcoming this fear. I'm keeping my conscious mind busy by running my fingers through the beads. And this is an active way I do it. Another active way is breath work. And then speaking every thought, every single thought that I think out loud, every single thought that I think out loud, that recognizes the thoughts, that helps me to appreciate the thoughts, to understand what is ruling my life every single day. And as I speak my thoughts out loud, my thoughts begin to slow. And as my thoughts begin to slow, my conscious mind starts to kind of fade, and my subconscious mind can start receiving. And that's another good way. We have a caller right now, so we'll get back into the meditation. Pop it up again for me. I believe it was Nicole.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Great, thank you.
What can I help you with today?
I am new to this, so I guess I'm open.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would you like to know about?
I guess life purpose. I've been really struggling with that recently. Like we've been dealing with a lot of financial issues and a little bit of health issues with myself, and I'm struggling. So yeah, life purpose is pretty much my main focus.
Yes. Will you do me a favor and tell me your full birthday if you're willing?
August 7th, 1980.
Oh, you got a lot of anxiety going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel it. So what I do, Nicole, is when I start my readings, I do numerology. And as soon as I can grab your birthday and get your numbers, it actually lets me feel your energy, which is why I knew you had anxiety. So going into your energy and just feeling that anxiety and constantly overthinking all the time. And it looks like your brain is kind of plagued with a lot of negative thoughts, and you have to push that out. You have to work really hard to push that out. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is.
So your financial problems, do you guys have your own business, or what's happening with your finances?
Well, we have 4 kids, so we've been struggling. My husband is currently unemployed, looking for a job. But no, we don't. We do not have our own business.
Okay, so your husband is currently unemployed. When you guys are talking about finances, are you using the word money a lot? Like, we need money for this, we need money for that. Are you using the word money a lot?
Yeah, yeah, we are.
Okay, I would like you to shift this word for me. This word is something that we've all struggled with for a very long time. And I myself recently taught a hypnosis class on this. And Spirit came in back in February and told us to change our word from money to the word coin and currency. Instead of needing money, start attracting and telling yourself you're going to willingly receive coin and currency. The reason it's coin and currency is because that was the original verbiage of the word money, and money has such a negative tie to it that really you guys are kind of on accident manifesting this negative stuff for yourself because the words are so negative. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So please change that word to coin and currency. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do is you guys really have to shift your mind, because they're showing me that your mind is so cluttered with heaviness and anxiety and just the negative things that come with that financial lack. You need to shift your mind. And they're showing me if you start to sit down and visualize and write it all down about what life looks like or how it even feels if it were to be good, if you were to be in a good financial spot, what does that feel like? And we need to start redirecting it. But the number one thing is I would really I would really learn to uncloud your mind because they're just showing me there's so much heavy stuff going on in your head. Really watch your words and clear your energy. And that should really shift
Okay.
for you. And if you're a couple, you guys can make this happen even faster because you want the same things. And couples that want the same thing and are on the same page, they can get anything even faster. So if you were to do this work, switching it from coin and currency, sitting down and writing out how it looks, tell me a story. For example, if you were to tell me a story 6 months from now, and everything that happened good for you, he got a job, it paid well, we got on our feet, I started to feel good. Tell me it like that, like it's already happened. And that's going to switch your mind, and that should start bringing it in, is what they're showing me. And it shouldn't be too long. You guys shouldn't be suffering for too much longer if you do the work, but it's going to be a change of your mindset. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. Tell me about your health problems, please. What's going on with you?
Well, I had a scare with breast cancer. I had a lumpectomy. I'm okay now. They found a spot on my liver. And again, I'm fine now, but it just keeps, things like this keep coming up, and I'm scared. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I have 4 kids. I need to be around for a long time for them. I used to be really healthy. I used to work out. I don't have that motivation. It's like I've given up. And I don't know if that's because of the anxiety and the stress, but.
Right. It is, but it also looks like you have parasites in your body. Have you ever tried to do a parasite flush before?
No.
Well, please really look into that. It looks just like there's quite a few of them. I mean, all humans have parasites. Don't get me wrong. Some parasites can lay up to 1,000 eggs a day. Having parasites is normal. It just makes you sick when you have an infestation. And it looks like your body's got quite a few parasites that are just hidden. I would really check into a parasitic flush, a parasitic cleanse, something like that. If you have colonics in your area, that worked really well for me when I was dealing with parasites. But it's like they just leech onto you and suck everything out. And then it makes it so toxic that you just can't thrive. And then all these problems start happening. So I would really consider a parasite flush, because that's what they're showing me, is you're kind of just filled with parasites.
Okay. I will definitely look into that.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions?
Not that I can think of offhand. Those are pretty much the main things that were heavy on my mind.
Okay, well, please just switch your language a little bit and then do a parasite cleanse. And I would like to hear back from you and see how everything's going.
Great. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good night, Nicole.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, so joining us now is Hannah from Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Is that what I read?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm great. What can I help you with today?
Whatever you can. I guess I don't have anything specific. I'll just take whatever I'm meant to know.
Okay. Will you please give me your full birthday if you're willing?
Yes, 12/27/1990.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay. Did you catch on to the fact that I grabbed your numerology and that's how I tune into your energy?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's kind of where I'm going to start real quick with you is, oh my gosh, you take on everybody's emotions. Do you know that you do that? You take on everybody's stuff. Okay. Have you just not learned how to separate what's yours from everybody else's?
I think I know. I just don't know how to unload, like how to not even carry it. I don't know how to choose that. I've done it
Okay,
since I
so
was
you don't
little,
know
I
how to.
guess.
Yeah, you have. It's definitely been there. I think it was easier when you were younger to shake it off because you're so carefree when you were younger. Is that right? You just like to play and you were super active and it looks like you were really pretty happy outside. Is that accurate?
Yeah. Yeah. And so to me, caretaking, it was like playing house.
Yeah. And then it became a burden in some forms just because of everybody's energy bombards you. And this happens a lot because you have a beautiful light around you. You have such a beautiful, magnificent light, and you give and you nurture and you just keep giving. And people are so willing to dump their stuff on you. And so what I'm seeing is that you just haven't learned how to separate what's yours from what's not yours. And one of the fastest ways that I can do that is, let's say if your mood changes really quickly, what I do is when I notice that is not what's wrong with me. I don't ask that. It's who have I been around that they have given me this type of energy? And that is my first step to dismiss it. Who have I been around? Not what's wrong with me, but who's wrong with me, essentially. Who have I been around? That'll start to separate that energy. And then I literally like to do hand motions and just start pulling it out of my body. That's not mine. Thank you that you trust me enough to transmute your crap, but I don't need you. And can you do that for me real quick? Like in your own space, just thank you. But thank you so much for allowing me to transmute that, but I don't need that. And just pull it from wherever you feel it. There you go. Now, yeah. Did you feel that? Did you take a deep breath too?
I did.
So when you start to do this, you'll notice that you'll start taking a deep breath. And that to me is the energy shift right there. We're doing it. We're paying attention. We're willingly releasing the things that are no longer ours. Do you do any type of grounding or protection for yourself? So when you go into this around other people, that you are not just a magnet for everybody else's stuff. Do you do any grounding or protecting?
I have in the past. It's not a part of my like routine though. I can look back and see the difference.
Yes. Well, I would definitely recommend that. The fastest way that I do it for myself is I just visualize that I am standing in a circle of mirrors, and the mirrors are going all the way around me, but the mirrors are faced outwards, so I cannot see myself. And that's a protection, a tool of protection, because if any negative energy comes in, it doesn't like the way it looks. And so it turns around and it leaves instead. And you can do that in the shower. You can do that when you're driving to work or wherever you're going. You could just get in the habit of doing it. It only takes 30 seconds. And those small things should start shifting you. Because it feels like along the lines that you just kind of lost your happiness. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is going to help you to reclaim your energy back, to protect your energy, and to start releasing what's not yours, so you can bring it back.
Okay. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any other questions I can answer for you right now?
No.
Okay. I'd really also like you to pay attention really quickly to the fact that you do have abilities. Are you aware of that? Are you aware
I've heard that, and I've wondered.
Yeah. You transmute people's negative energy. So when they come to you and they're upset or they're crying, it's almost like your hugs or just some type of touch. That is a transmuter. You tend to transmute other people's negative energy. You're just getting stuck on not releasing their negative energy or giving it back. And then sometimes you do, like, I guess for lack of better words, like recycle it and give it back, but then you're just kind of left being drained. So just be aware you really do have abilities, and they're showing me that you must have some really crazy dreams. Like when you're dreaming, you have really crazy dreams. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting, it looks, and if you don't know this, I apologize, but from what I know, we get out of our body 3 to 5 times a week. Our spirit does. That's a very normal thing. But some people like you like to go over to the other side and do a lot of work. And then when you come back into your body, you're just exhausted. It's almost like you just don't stop. You like to help. And so the thing you need to focus on is helping yourself to fill your cup back up so that you can get that happiness and that spark for life back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Anything else?
No, that's all fascinating and very correct.
Oh, thank you so much. Kay, well, you have such a great night.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that's so exciting. All right. So I'm going to get back into the class that I had planned because I really want to get back into meditation. Meditation is a great way to just connect to source. And like I said before, so many people think that you have to have a clear mind. That's not accurate. You got to find the things that work for you and really getting your conscious mind to step aside so the subconscious can come in. So again, I sit here and play with these beads. I like to do it while I'm driving. Well, I know that sounds crazy, but your subconscious mind will always take care of you. But as I'm driving, I'm watching and scanning everything. My conscious mind is busy. And that's the time that I can actually ask questions for myself, receive from source. I do that one frequently. Take a drive. I don't know where you're at, if you're in the country or not, but I like to drive in the country. I like to ask questions. And as I'm driving, I get answers. I get the best downloads. You'll want to carry a recorder of some type because you'll have the best ideas while you're driving and you can't do anything with it. It's a great time to talk to source, to God, to universe, whatever you want to call it. Breath work is another good one for me. If you don't know breath work, it's really easy to get onto YouTube and check out Wim Hof's beginner breath work, because as we're taking in those deep breaths and releasing it in a certain pattern, our conscious mind again fades away, our subconscious mind comes in, we're more clear, we're able to receive more. And a really good thing to do is to know what topics you want to ask the universe, what you want to ask source, so that you can start receiving. So these are some simple ways that I like to connect. Okay. Another thing that I like to do, like again, I'm keeping my conscious mind busy so my subconscious mind can receive. I do readings, and often I have tarot cards in my hands, and I don't tend to read the cards very often, but they are a tool. And as I'm sitting there shuffling my cards, as I'm sitting there scrolling through them and scanning them, again, my conscious mind is busy. So then source can come in. Now, we do not have enough time for this today, but in another show, I would really like to teach you guys muscle testing. Muscle testing is one of the fastest ways for me to connect to spirit. Now, if I have negative energy, if I have anxiety, if I'm overwhelmed, I cannot always receive my information for myself. So I always use muscle testing as a backup. If you're unaware, muscle testing is like your body's going to answer yes or no for you, like a pendulum would. There's ways to, I guess, like not just train your body, but to sit still with your body and let your body move for the answer yes and the answer no, and sometimes for the answer maybe. And everybody's answer is a little bit different. So it's just allowing your body to open up and be the vessel for the movement to come in and out. Now, I like to use muscle testing when talking to spirits. Not all spirits can talk to me the same way. So that muscle testing helps me out with that. So I'd be really excited to teach muscle testing in the future for anybody who wants to learn how to connect with spirit that cannot hear for themselves or get the imagery in their brain. And that's a great way. Also, muscle testing is really good to find out things that you should and shouldn't eat, what you're allergic to, answers for other people. And I really definitely love that. So okay, we've got a little bit of time left, a little bit more than I thought. So I just want to get you started on the muscle testing. I apologize. So number one, you're going to clear your energy out by rubbing your hands and putting them over your head. And this starts to rebalance your whole system. This starts to rebalance your polarity and your connection with spirit. If you want to do this at home, when you're standing, you're going to stand with your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to stand with your knees slightly bent. And then I put my hand on my chest and one hand on my belly down here. And I just stand as still as I can and I clear my mind. And I ask for my body to show me an answer for yes. I ask my body to show me the movement it wants to make for the answer yes. And I just sit and I wait. Show me a yes. Show me a yes. and I will go forward or backwards, whatever. I do go forward though. Your body will not let you fall. Do not get scared. It really surprises a lot of people. And then I do the answer no. Show me the movement my body wants to make for the answer no. Show me a no. Show me a no. And then I will fall back. And then you can do it for the answer maybe. And as you start to work with this and your body starts to move for yes or no, then you can start to ask spirit questions. I like to start with my spirit guides. How many spirit guides do I have? Are they male or female? And this tends to work with yes or no questions, yes or no answers, sorry. And sometimes the answer is unclear, so we'll go maybe. Thank you. We'll go maybe. And when I wanted to test this, I would test it with hiding things around the house and finding it for myself. So muscle testing can be a very good source to connect with spirit. And I use these on a regular basis. I do coaching and I help all my clients learn these techniques. So I hope you find some techniques that work for you in order to connect with spirit. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm so excited to be here with everybody. You can check me out in the links above or below. Just click that. And I hope you guys all have a great night. I am Jenna Lee, and I will see you next week.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for an offering of light with Robin Chaney. Robin Chaney. Live from RobinChaney.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is an offering of light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello and welcome to Thursday night on A1R Radio. I'm excited that you're here, and I am here to kick it off. And so, if you don't know, I am Robin, and I am a healer, and I am here to help you heal. So, whatever that looks like for you. Tonight, if you're having physical symptoms, spiritual symptoms, mental symptoms, emotional symptoms, put that out. Put your intentions out there for this light, for this energy to help you and help you move through into a brighter day, right? Sorry, my videos, it's stuttered and it threw me off, so I apologize for that. So welcome to everybody who's new here, and welcome back to everybody who's been here before. I'm excited you're here, and I hope you enjoy what I have to offer. And if you do happen to enjoy what I offer tonight, please visit my website. It's robinchaney.com, and you can see what other offerings I have. And I actually have a group coming up, which is online. It's very low cost. It's $25 plus cost for it to be set up. And it'll be Saturday, August 30th at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're able to make it, I would love to see you there. And there, I will be live and you will be on my screen, and I will do some one-on-one readings and healings. So if you're interested in that, please join us. And that is 2 weeks away, a little over 2 weeks away. All right. So let's go ahead and get settled so we can all receive some healing, some beautiful light. So on the count of 3, let's take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. That feels good. Let's do that one more time on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Deep breath in. And release. All right. So I'm just going to start with sending some light. And I call it light because to me, it's the light of God. It also, when I first started working, it looks like light. It looked like light. And if I tune in a different way right now, then it also looks like light. But normally they have me looking inside bodies and looking inside energetic fields and reading people's hearts and souls. And that's why I don't see the light per se all the time anymore. But if I tune into it, there it is, bright and beautiful. It's like liquid gold. It is absolutely gorgeous and it feels so good. So if you want this light to work on anything specific for you, please just set your intention for it and the light will go to it. So I feel like oh, wonderful. I feel a good bit of people watching this, so that's good. If not now live, they will see it later. And I am really excited about the feedback that I get. So please reach out, send me an email, send me something on Instagram or Facebook. I'm at Instagram, I'm robin.chaney. Facebook, I'm robin.chaney.12. And my website, robinchaney.com. Or you can email me at robin@robinchaney.com. That's me saying my name a lot. So excuse me. It sounds weird. Okay, so just getting some beautiful light into everybody. And I'm picking up on a couple people and they feel, and this is actually coming to me before I started, like I want to help people ground. And I know people ground in many different ways. And I love that because it's important to feel grounded and safe and secure on the earth. So I'm just going to walk through a little exercise that I do when I'm grounding, just to give me a little extra. All right. And so first start out just by grounding, however that resonates with you. I always say, I now ground into the earthly mother. Some people grow roots into Gaia. However that resonates with you, go ahead and do that now. And I'm grounding into the earthly mother. And I'm just going to give you a couple seconds to feel that. and to bask in that beautiful energy. There we go. And I'm using light as well to also help you ground. All right, and here's just this extra step that I do on especially days where I am off kilter, right? And I need extra grounding. I just ask the earthly mother to assist if she's able. So if you call her the Mother Earth, ask Mother Earth to assist. If you call her Gaia, ask the Gaia to assist. And just feel that shift in energy. That, to me, it just feels beautiful. It's like a it just secures you into the earth, and it brings that energy down. I live up here a lot of the time. I'm very ungrounded just because I live up here in the light, right? And it helps pull this energy down. So I'm more in my body. That feels good. So I hope everybody was able to feel that shift. And if they're not, try it again. And maybe they will, when they're on their own, especially if you're out in nature. Oh my goodness, that's just, when you're out in the trees and you're walking around barefoot and you're grounding, oof, and then you ask for that assistance. You can really feel it. And that stays with you, like it stays with me for a long time. So I love that. I like to do that every morning. And sometimes if I get ungrounded during the day, I ask to do it again. But I hope that helps whoever's out there listening. Okay, so I'm still running the light. That feels much better. Oh, I feel some, I don't know if this is allergies, but it's in the ears and it's, oof. Yeah, it feels like allergies. It feels like when I'm descending on an airplane and the ears, if they don't pop, like there's that pain. That's what it feels like. It's like, oof. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to see if we can lessen that pressure. Because that really just pushes that head. Ooh. Okay, so on the count of 3, I'm going to get pretty intense and I'm going to knock a hole in this, okay? 1, 2, 3. And here we go. It's a slow leak. That's okay. We're getting it. If you have a blown up balloon and you poke it with a needle, it'll pop. But if you have a water balloon and you poke it with a needle, it just kind of oozes out, right? So this is like oozing out. But I can feel the shift, which I'm really excited about. So whoever this is, the trajectory should be this being deflating out of your head. So hopefully when you wake up in the morning, you will feel like a huge difference. Okay. You may even feel a difference in a couple hours, but it's a slow leak. So just give it a little bit of time. I'm feeling the ears again, but it doesn't feel as intense as it did before. There we go. I'm feeling a stopped up nose. My nose is not stopped up right now. So this is somebody else. Let me see if we can get, it's also in the jaw. I may be overlapping energies here. The nose, something's with the nose. Oof. There we go. Okay, there we go. Much better. There's a little stickiness still. All right, I'm going to open my eyes a little bit. I've been working with my eyes closed and I don't want to miss any messages from the producer because I am notorious for that. And then it's like, oh my gosh, it's ended and I didn't even realize it. Okay. All right, so now I'm being drawn to a woman who may have it's her right arm. This is my right arm. I don't know if you can tell on the screen, this looks like my left arm how I'm looking at it, but my right arm, and it feels like it's in a splint where it's immobilized up here. So I don't know if there's a muscle tear or maybe, it's going up into so it's going up into the shoulder, but you can feel it down down in like the bicep area as well. So let me go into there because it feels like tendons, ripped tendons, some stretched. Okay. Ligaments that are overly stretched. Okay. And partially torn, not completely severed, but there's tears in it. Okay. Wow. Okay. So you definitely don't want to raise your arm right now. That's why it's in a splint, right? I also feel it going up through here. I'm going to get pretty intense on that. And for anybody, while I'm working, just because my attention is on this woman right here with this shoulder injury, it doesn't mean everybody else isn't getting light, because everybody else is getting healing. It's just my attention is on her. Okay. So everybody is actually getting healing right now. And I'm going to get pretty intense on this shoulder. And I want to remind everybody, because I don't think I said this at the beginning, but you can, oh, I just missed the message from the producer because my eyes were closed. You can tell the light to stop. It will stop. It'll take a couple seconds for it to stop because it's barreling in 2.5 minutes. Thank you, Dave. So 2.5 minutes to finish up on this ripped shoulder, these pulled tendons and ligaments, and yeah, okay. It really just goes up in the neck as well. All right. So remember, if you change your mind for any reason, or if it gets a little too intense, you can tell the light to stop. It will read your intention. I'm getting back up here in the jaw from the previous person I was tuned into. Okay. So I don't know who this is, but if you are familiar with silica is so good for healing, so says Anthony Williams. It's in a lot of the the supplement people. Like silica is so good at healing these soft tissues and bones, really. If you break a bone, amazing. And you can get silica from nettle. You can get silica from horsetail. You can just order silica. I drink it every day. But that will help this healing process. And you'll be astonished how quickly this will be. Please, over the next few days, while this healing is happening, I have 60 seconds left. If it starts feeling better, don't move it. Oh, you still give this work 5 days, okay? Especially the first 3 days. It should start feeling better every day, but give it time to work. The first 3 days will be pretty intense, and then the last 2 days of the 5 days, it'll probably start feeling a lot better, but you're gonna continue to feel the energy. If you're sensitive to feel the energy, you're gonna continue to feel the energy, especially the first 3 days. The second 2 days, probably not so much, but it'll still be healing. And then, obviously wait. You don't want to use it until after that healing is ready. Okay. And obviously consult with your doctor first. That's most important, right? Okay. But you should notice a big difference, especially after 3 days. All right. Thank you, everyone. Greatly appreciate you being here. And I wish you a wonderful week, and I will see you next week.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Zodiac Zone with Melissa Markham. Live from MMAstroVibes.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Zodiac Zone on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Just wanted to kind of say a few things to you for this Thursday. We have a full moon on Saturday, and it's in Aquarius. And a lot of people get confused about full moons versus new moons. You know, what does that mean? So a full moon is always about releasing energy. And just wanted to kind of read a couple of things about Aquarius. So this Saturday, here are some things that you can do to help you with this full moon in Aquarius. Aquarius is the sign of innovation, rebellion, and the higher mind. It's also considered in Western astrology the 11th house. So it's about friends, groups, and some of the things that you could do this Saturday is it's a great time to release limiting beliefs around fitting in or being too weird. Also, belonging versus individuality, especially in a group dynamic. A lot of times a person with, depending on the way the Aquarius is aspected in a chart, could feel that, wow, I either don't belong or I really want to kind of almost be part of this group. So these are some things to think about. Another thing is clarity around, like I said, friendships, group roles, or community alignment. So these are some of the things that you have to ask yourself for this Saturday. And it's really about releasing what is not, when you think about this intuitively, what is not working for you. And really when I talk about what is your body telling you, I ask my clients, when they ask me things, I say, well, how do you feel? The body focus here could be, it's really important to hydrate. It's really important to ground. And here's something that you can try maybe on Saturday, kind of unplug from your technology. A lot of times we're too connected to technology, and it kind of can create a disconnect in our nervous system, because our nervous system is always like, okay, got to read my email, got to look on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, what's going on? So maybe take a day to kind of disconnect from all this and see how that feels. And I think ritual ideas are burn old beliefs and journal about where you want more freedom. Like, what is important to you as far as freedom? Freedom from having this thought about yourself in this group. So that's some of the things that I wanted to tell you about the full moon in Aquarius. As you know, we, for almost the last 3 weeks, have had this very draining retrograde in Leo. And I don't know how you guys feel, but I have found that this Mercury retrograde is kicking my behind. It's because it's in Leo. So here are some of the things that I wanted to point out. And remember, we're on the end of this. Thank the universe. So some of the things you could feel is miscommunication around ego, pride, or creativity may arise. with a retrograde, don't make any new decisions. It's really a time to review, recess, revise, not initiating anything new. And I would say the most important thing, the reason why this retrograde is so difficult is because that ego is always getting in the way. So it's like, it's probably blocking things like, what is my heart desire? Or, gosh, I just want to have fun. I want to be childlike, So I think that when, on Monday, when Mercury goes direct, I feel like things are going to be a lot lighter. And just wanted to point that out to you. So wanted to say, I wanted to do a reading. Candace in San Francisco?
Yes, I'm
You
here.
there?
Hi.
Hi, how are
Yep,
you
I'm here.
tonight? Have you been able
Good,
to
how are
relate to
you?
any of these things that I've been talking about as far as
Yes, very much so. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like this retrograde is not too much fun.
No, not at all. It's
Not at
no.
all. We'll be happy when Monday comes, right? It's when it finally goes direct. Okay, so I am a vibrationary evolutionary astrologer. I'm going to really look at your chart and see, help you get to your highest vibration, and kind of, look at it from an evolutionary standpoint. So what is your birthday? Day, month, year?
1/1/81.
1/1/81. Wow. That's cool. What is your time, your birth time?
11 p.m.
11 p.m. And city and state you were born?
Reno, Nevada.
Reno, Nevada. Okay. Okay. Got you. So, I feel like with all this Aquarian energy, it's probably, you can relate to, especially this full moon in Aquarius. I know you're a Capricorn, but okay. So your south node, it's interesting. Your south node is in Aquarius in the 5th house, and your north node is in Leo in the 11th house. So it's kind of like, think of Aquarius, Leo, like the haves, the have-nots. So it's kind of like one of these things that, it's like you like to be in a group or a group setting, you have goals, but you really came here to do something that's very heart-filled within a group. That is where it's like, I think that's where you're going to find your best case scenario of you getting to your highest vibration. So you came here to really speak and teach the group and really get into kind of being the star of the show, if this all makes sense to you. I feel that you didn't have much of a childhood. You have Saturn in the 1st house, where you were kind of almost born this adult. You're a very strong person. You're a very positive person. Your mind is extraordinarily active. I mean, you're the type of person that can think of all these crazy ideas in the middle of the night, and you go very, very deep because you have Uranus in the 3rd house. The problem is that you don't like change, and you get stuck. You get stuck because you have Chiron being the wounded healer. Chiron is in the 8th house. So it's like, oh my gosh, even though I'm stuck in this position and I don't like it, I know I'm almost afraid to know what's going to happen next. I want it to change, but I'm afraid to make the move. I think the easiest way to heal this Chiron is to actually make the move. Listen listen to your heart, listen to yourself. Don't think of it as a goal or something that you have to do to kind of keep up with things. Listen to, like, how does your body feel? Just this, for me to make this move or this change or whatever that is that you're looking to do. Sometimes I would say too, it's going to be a little bit tough to have Neptune in the third house, because sometimes things seem real when they're not really real, so it's like, why am I thinking this? This is not, so it's always this thing where you have to kind of ground yourself and be in that state of, okay, I'm just gonna, because it's very easy for you to kind of go off in la la land and not want to come back, So I would say for the most important thing for you to do is to ground yourself. And really on Saturday, release the energy that is just not working for you anymore, where you're like, really think about what it is that you love and want to accomplish while you're here in this time in your life. And really, I feel like all of us can manifest if we're in the right state of consciousness to manifest, when we're not feeling stuck, when we're not worrying about things. That's when the true magic happens. Does this all make sense to you?
Yeah, no, it's making perfect sense. Definitely. I'm definitely stuck right now. So.
Yeah, I think this is a very, very important moon for you, a full moon, to release a lot of this on Saturday, and make it a ritual. Make it a ritual. Like I said in the earlier part of my segment, I really think maybe detaching from the internet, from social media, from things like that is going to give you some clarity too. I mean, it's really about you getting into your Leo energy and doing something with your heart, being the star of something, getting up there. The Leo is the actor, the performer. So it's like you kind of performing whatever it is that you are drawn to do in front of a group, if that all makes sense, or something that is going to help the group dynamics.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can be any type of group. That is what your purpose in life is. That's what you came here to do. You're a Capricorn, so I'm sure you're pretty focused and uber, and your midheaven is in the 9th house. So it's really about the betterment of people, the universe, things like that. It's not so much about you. So hope that helps, and just do some
definitely
on Saturday.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah, so just wanted to kind of give everybody a little snapshot on what I do. And like I said, go out there and just know that the retrograde is going to be over on Monday, and go and focus on what you have to release.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing with Tony Lacey. Live from peacelovetranquilityhealing.my.canva.site/Peace Love Tranquility Healing -home.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Peace, Love, Tranquility, Healing
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining in. We are on A1R Psychic Radio, as well as Moonstruck TV and other platforms. It's been a crazy weather week here in Ontario, Canada. I don't know about the rest of you guys, but let's just say Mother Nature is acting up a little bit again. So, as some of you know, I am a psychic medium as well as a trance medium. We don't have time to do trance readings because we only have about 7 or 8 minutes for a reading here, typically for myself at least. But you can reach out to me on Instagram at any time. If you're interested in speaking more and finding out more information about that, I'm more than happy to spend some time with you. We're going to be getting a caller. Like I said, today, it's been a weird week here. Just waiting for my wonderful producer, Dave, to get someone on the line. And until then, we can speak about how has your energy been this week? Have you been sleepy? Have you been moody? Have you been emotional? The energies I have found this week have been quite interesting. Yeah, emotional would be probably the top for myself at least. And I have Karen who's calling in from California. Awesome. Bringing some great weather, I hope, Karen.
Yes, ma'am, we do.
Awesome to hear. How are you?
We're doing all right this evening, and yourself.
Great, thank you. I'm just going to turn the volume up a bit so I can hear you better. Did you have anything in particular that you wanted for this evening, either psychic or mediumship?
Mediumship would be fine.
Mediumship is good. Okay. I'm immediately being greeted by a younger female energy. She has like a sister type of energy. So it could be a best friend that you consider a sister. It's not necessarily blood related, or an actual sister. Do either of those resonate with you?
No.
Okay. Do you know if you have a sister or, sorry, a sibling that did not make it earthbound from your mom?
I am the oldest. I have 2 younger sisters, and as far as I know, that's all I have, unless
Okay.
there's something that I don't know.
No, okay. Okay. This energy is quite strong. She's presenting with a paternal feeling. So, could be a cousin from your father's side, because she's showing up on my paternal side. I will just give you the information that she's giving me. She's presenting, I want to say possibly in her 30s, long, straight, dark hair. It feels like it's dark brown. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful girl. Dancing. She's saying that dancing is important. There's some type of schooling as well that I believe someone is having thoughts about, questions about whether they should pursue something in particular or continue their schooling. Does that make sense for either of your sisters, yourself, or any of your kids?
I enjoy dancing, and I teach special ed kids.
Okay. Okay.
But I don't
Perfect.
have any other sisters or brothers.
Okay. So, yep.
I don't come from a blended family. Unless my father did something that we don't know about, then I can't ask him. He's passed.
Okay. Like I said, she's coming from the paternal side. She's coming in from your father's side. So it could be either a cousin, like I said, or a step. Yeah, I'm not getting stepkids either. There's a paternal connection to it.
So what
Go ahead.
what is she trying to say? I mean, we could sit here and dance around who she might be with no idea, but clearly if she wants to come through, she's got something to say.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask her and see what she's saying. Continue the studies. There's something to do with schooling, continuing education to progress into a different. I don't want to say level or grade. It's something different. So it could be either going
Progress,
from a public
different,
school board.
progress in a different field.
Okay. Okay. So that makes sense
I'm
to you
hearing
then?
progress in a field different, progressing in a different field is what I'm hearing.
Okay. She's very happy with the decision that you're going to make. She's saying that you're going to take a step back and look at it from a different perspective than you have been. She's showing me a single rose, and now the rose is being pinned on a male of older age. So he is slender. His face is quite gaunt, and I don't use that word. I'm not familiar with that word, so I don't know if that makes sense to you, but that's the word I'm hearing. And he's saying that he's very proud of you. And there's something to do with university. There's again, schooling is coming up with him as well. So the decisions that you're flipping back and forth with, it's the continuing of education. It would be to go towards that path.
Oh,
Does that
thank you.
resonate?
Well, it gives me a lot to think on.
Okay. We still have lots of time. They've been kind of quiet and quick. Did you have a psychic question that you wanted to ask, or anybody else on the other side that maybe that you would like me to invite in and see if they come?
If there's someone out there that would like to speak, I'm totally open to it. It's like I don't, I've got no expectations from the other side, but I do welcome it.
Okay. Now I'm getting a female on the maternal side, and it feels like a grandmother, possibly a great grandmother. The word rose is coming up again, so it could be rose is in her name, or was her favorite flower or scent. Like I said, it's on the maternal side. And I'm seeing stars. So stars has significance in astrology. Somebody's big into astrology. They want to acknowledge whoever that is, that they are aware that they're into the astrology, they're smiling, that they're happy, that this person is open to this other realm, let's just say, into what is larger than what we know here on the earth plane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does that resonate with you?
That's my belief.
Okay. Okay.
And roses, my grandmother's favorite flower was roses, but I never knew her to be into stars or astrology. That's something that I'm trying to undertake.
Yeah, no, it's not her that's in it. She's acknowledging the person that is open to it and actively doing it. So that would be yourself that you confirmed. Yeah, she's very happy that you're doing this. She really is. She's saying, don't worry about what people are going to think. You're going to be open about this. You're going to be bringing this as a gift and possibly a service. You're going to be in like a business type of service in the future. And she's backing that 100%. She's smiling. She has a great big smile. There's going to be people that are going to question it. It's hokey. It's not real. I hear it. It's in the newspaper kind of column thing. She's like, don't listen to them.
You've always got naysayers until it becomes a fad.
She's saying, you've got this. You're going to be very strong in your position and your power. You believe it. You're not going to listen to those that try to bring you down and tell you not to go, searching for the stars, because she's showing me a full galaxy of stars right now, and it's just absolutely stunning. I wish I could take this picture out of my head to show you. It's absolutely beautiful.
Mm.
So she's definitely with you on this journey.
Well, tell her I say thank you for that message, because I think that that's what ties back into what you said earlier about continuing education and progressing in a field.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it's not,
that's awesome.
It's not a normal field. That's not a normal field that somebody else would just go off and pursue, because we're dealing with the woo-woo,
Mm-hmm. That's
so
what some would say.
People need to start understanding the woo-woo isn't so woo-woo.
That's right. There was woo-woo before.
My thing is astrology is your best friend, because that's your map. That is your personal map. And if you could sink into your astrology and understand who you are, what you stand for, all the way down to, I think the first gift you're given is your date of birth and your time of birth and your planet alignment. And when you understand what all that stands for, that is your first step of knowing and truly embracing who you are. And that's like the first step of navigating life. Because otherwise you're out in the woods trying to figure out, what tree is what, so to speak. So I am a big believer in astrology.
You worded it perfectly.
I honestly wish they would bring this into the schools so the kids could understand that there's a bigger realm, and who you are isn't always about here and now. It's all about what your destiny was meant to be, and you get that from your astrology.
That's right. I appreciate your input. Hopefully I get to hear in the future how your business is doing and how everybody else is doing. Your grandmother's with you, this female figure, and your father is there. I would like to thank you again for calling in. Thank you everyone for watching myself. Peace, love, tranquility, healing on A1R Radio, Moonstruck TV, and of course other platforms. I wish you all a safe and healthy weekend.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Spirit Connections with psychic medium Jess Colner. Live from psychicmediumjesscolner.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Spirit Connections
On A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to another week of Spirit Connections. I'm your host, psychic medium Jess Colner, here on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. This week, I'll be taking another caller to connect them with their loved one in spirit. I'm very excited to do that and to see who will be getting on the phone. Obviously, Spirit's already waiting for their loved one to connect, so that's wonderful. I do want to start off with my weekly reminder that you can connect to your loved ones at any time. You do not need a psychic medium to help you to do so. You simply have to focus your thoughts to the loved one you want to connect with and ask them for a sign and trust that they will deliver it to you. I know they will. Give them at least 24 hours to deliver, but you'll get your sign. All right, so let's see who we have on the call tonight. We got someone coming in. Take a minute here. I'm waiting. Nope. All right, if you have had any signs, if you have tried that, by the way, go ahead and post that in the comments. I won't see the comments till after, but I'm always curious to see if people have actually tried that yet, because I know I mention it every single week. That is how you can connect with them. And it's wonderful. I do it personally. So I do want to point that out. I know a lot of people think that mediums, we have that instant connection to our loved ones. And we do, but sometimes we're oblivious to it too. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, let's bring her on. We have our caller, Crystal from Canada.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello. Happy birthday, Crystal. They told me today's your birthday.
Yeah. Thank you.
I want to say it wasn't Spirit. It was the producer. I want to be very clear. But you're all the way up there in Manitoba. Am I correct?
Yes.
Fantastic. Crystal, have you had a reading before with a psychic medium?
Yes, I have.
Wonderful. Okay. So I am just going to get right to it. I was sitting here with a woman before I got on the call tonight. So I want to see if you could take everything that she gave me. I wrote it down in advance, and then I'll get you clarification on anything you need clarification on, and then we'll get you to your messages. How about that?
Okay.
All right, here we go. So as I said, I have a woman with me. She definitely has a softer energy, but she could be tough at times. She was in very physically poor condition at the end of her life, which would not have been reflective of how she would have been on a good day. But she wanted to let me know that she's healed of that now. She also brushed dirt off of her sleeves, and she showed me doing gardening. And in particular, she showed me peonies. At least I believe they were peonies, because they had a very, very potent fragrance. Back to her health, she showed me that she went through a stroke, and it affected her right eye in particular. Like my eye got really weird for a hot minute. It was very interesting, in addition to how I felt from having the stroke, from what she showed me, I should say. And she was up and down with that for a bit with her health, but that overall did lead to her physical decline. She gave me a reference to 4 children, grandchildren, or great-grandchildren, a significance of 4. It does not have to be a total of 4, but there was a significance to 4. She loved the water, beach, or ocean. I have a question mark for Massachusetts, so I don't know if she was down here in America visiting Massachusetts, or if she's trying to signify something about that. The month of October, there's a birthday in October she ties herself to. Christmas time was her favorite holiday. There was a big gathering, and then I kept hearing the word sister. So, Crystal, I just threw a bunch of stuff at you. What can you take?
Well, it sounds like my grandmother.
Oh, fantastic. And was it peonies? Can you tell me the flower?
Yes. Yeah. And my
Okay.
mom actually has them now in her yard.
Oh, I love that, because she went like this. She walked up to me. I'm not sure if you're watching, if you're on the call, and she just stuck it in my face, and I could just smell it and I could see it. And I haven't grown them in years, so I'm not too familiar with them at this point, but I'm pretty sure it's a peony. Okay, and was it 4 children or grandchildren to your grandmother?
Yeah, so she had 4 children.
Well, wonderful. And do you understand the beach, ocean, water reference?
Yeah, her brother lived in Hawaii, and so she loved Hawaii.
Okay. So it was Hawaii, not Massachusetts.
Yeah,
I just like to know. And who has the October birthday?
her birthday was December 3rd, I believe.
Okay, but she tied herself to someone having an October birthday. It doesn't have to be her.
Yeah, her son had an October birthday.
Thank
and then
you.
my mom and dad got married in October.
Oh, cool. Okay. And then lastly, this just lets me know she mentioned Christmas time being a big deal, but a sister reference. Do you understand that?
Yeah, she did have a sister too.
Okay. And is that sister still here?
No, they've all passed.
Okay, so she's with her. Okay. All right. And what is your grandma's name?
It was Helen.
Helen. Okay, fantastic. Wonderful. All right, Crystal. So now that we figured that out, thank you so much. That's probably the fastest we've gotten through that in a while. We're going to talk about you and we're going to deliver some messages to you. So I'm very excited for this. First off, she draws a big heart around you. Lots of love, sending you all the love. But she just did did the heart thing and put that around you. Now, did you just do an intake of air? Do you understand that? Does that have a different meaning to you than it does to me?
Yeah, she was very loving. Like, we spent a lot of time at her house. So there was lots of love at her house. It was kind of a place where everybody gathered.
Yes. Okay. Well, she's sending you all that love today. First off, she sends it to you every single day. Crystal, hold on. She's just showing me this. Are you the one who has the bird bath? She shows me all the birds coming around.
Well, we have lots of bird feeders. Yeah, lots of bird feeders. We feed all the birds. Yes, hummingbirds.
Okay.
And orioles,
Fantastic. Because I just saw like a bunch of them gathering, almost like, bird bath is what she took me to. Okay.
Yeah.
Crystal, have you been out there planting flowers or working on flowers? Because she takes me to a row of shrubs or bushes or flowers.
Yeah.
Okay. So she's watching you do that. She's with you when you do that. She's validating that. Okay. Because she just showed me. It looks like very beautiful backyard, by the way. And she just gets so excited when you do that because it's needed for you to connect to the earth. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Yeah. That's like your downtime and your solo time and your quiet time. Because I feel like right now she's showing me how you take on a lot of responsibility for everybody else around you. And it's not necessarily even family members. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, it's not a bad thing. She points to your heart. It's very beautiful. You have a beautiful heart, a big heart, and it comes from this beautiful space. But you need to prioritize that time more than you already are. Do you understand?
Prioritize it for myself?
Yes, the quiet time, the downtime, the you time.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, instead of constantly running for other people, constantly doing for other people, she wants you to be, that energy you feel when you're out in the garden?
Mm-hmm.
That's what she wants for you more frequently. She wants that feeling more often instead of you running for people or doing for people. I feel like a lot of people gather at your house or come to you. Is this correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you're going to have to set times for when they can show up, she said. Eventually got to just lock the door. If she shows you locking the door. She's being funny about it because I feel like they just take advantage and they show up a lot. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing all the time, but I do feel like you're not honoring when your body's tired and when you need the break as much as you should be. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Crystal, do you have any questions for your grandma?
How's everybody doing? And is she okay? And
oh gosh, yeah, you should see this. She just dismissed that. How's everybody doing? She's like, they're keeping her busy for one. Yes, yeah. Her mom and dad we're very excited to see her again. She stresses that.
Nice.
I feel like they had been separated for a considerable time. Did her parents pass at a young age?
Yeah.
Okay. So she was very excited to see them again, be reunited. So everybody's good. They've been watching over the whole family too. Please know that you have a lot of divine support here. Okay. You do have a lot more than just your grandma, but they're wonderful. Yes, she's completely healed of everything she went through, completely healed. She doesn't carry any of the physical issues anymore, any of it. It's all gone. So she's in a very good space.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And her two
She's-
sons are there now. So
Oh, yes. There was the one instant, one very quick passing. She snapped her fingers.
pardon me?
When they snapped, was her one son I can't say it, a quick passing, very quick,
Yes.
unexpected?
Yeah.
Yeah, she honored
Yeah.
that. So yeah, they're both there and they're fine. She's happy. She's like, she understands that was very sad and traumatic to the family, but he is there as well. He is doing well.
Okay.
Crystal,
And
we
does
have
she have
60
any-
seconds. She's referencing a ring. Do you understand the ring?
A ring? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Did you inherit this ring from her?
Yes.
Fantastic. She's very excited that you have it. It makes her so unbelievably happy and proud that you have this ring. Please know that because you appreciate it. You understand?
Yeah.
And you had one
Blue
quick
opal.
final
Beautiful.
30 seconds left. Crystal, what was your last question?
Oh, just does she have any advice or information that would be helpful for me?
Yes, take more you time. You first, everybody else second. And it's not selfish,
Okay.
Crystal. It's
Well, that's-
necessary. It's necessary. And it's a positive thing. So start carving out time for you and then schedule in other people when it's good for you. And
Okay.
start
well,
small,
that's good
baby
advice.
steps.
Okay. Well,
Crystal,
thank you
she
very much.
sends you all her love. She loves you very much. And we both hope you have a great rest of your birthday. So happy birthday.
Looking for comfort, clarity, or a connection to the other side? Lady Phyllis is a gifted medium, author, and talk show host on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. She's here to help you find peace and purpose through personal readings, spiritual development classes, and her exclusive Patreon, where new guests share their wisdom weekly. Visit ladyphyllis.com to book your session. Follow Lady Phyllis on Facebook and explore what the spirit world has waiting for you.
You're listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for the Psychic Psych with Jax Potter. Jax Potter. Live from the psychicpsych.com.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our
websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Psychic Site on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome everyone, I'm Jax Potter, I am the Psychic Psych and I'm coming to you from Brisbane, Australia. Today we're going to do a little card pull, we might do a guided visualization, I'll see what I'm feeling into, I might do a collective message, and I'm also going to take some callers, answer your questions, let's talk about whatever you want to talk about. So I am a trauma therapist and a psychic medium. I combine both in my practice and I see clients all over the world and we talk through your spirit team, we talk through things with ancestors, we work with your higher self, I help you clear out subconscious blocks, all of those kind of things. So it's really, my purpose here is to help you connect in with your team, connect in with your own soul knowing, the things that you love, the things that you know about yourself but have been a little bit burdened by in the human realm, in this earth realm. And I help you uncover that so you can tap fully into your potential, into your purpose, and be living your favorite life. And I just do it in the way that feels good to me. I work with your team and we roll from there. So let's do a little card pull to start. I'm a little croaky today. I've been a little bit sick, so I apologize that I'm croaky. But let's go. Let's do a card pull, see what the collective message is. I can definitely feel some energy. I'm going to talk to people today about things that have been burdening you for a little bit and you're ready to release. So I'm excited to talk to callers who have kind of been sitting with things, whether it's, as I'm talking, I'm feeling it's a bit of guilt and shame sitting there. And let's move through that so that you can step into your sovereign power, so that you can feel more embodied and more like yourself. Okay, higher perspective. I had a feeling this is going to come through. Higher perspective. Oh, what I'm being shown from the collective, from the spirit realm for the collective, is connecting in more with your own intuition, your own soul knowing, rather than listening to the voices of your parents, listening to the voices of ex-lovers, listening to everyone else's idea of what you should be doing with your life. And this is where the guilt and shame bit that I was talking about comes in, because there's a lot of burden from external sources telling you that you can't do it, you shouldn't do it. Is this really what you want to do? And you're sure of what you want. There's a big part of you that's really certain with what you want, but you don't know how to move forward because you're listening to other people's voices. So this message is about quieting down all of the external noise and tapping into what you already know. Okay, beautiful. We might do another card pull a little later, but for now I'm going to take a caller. We've got, I think it's Carrie from Tampa, Florida. Hi, my love. Are you ready to talk?
Yes, I am.
Hi, honey. Do you have particular questions or topics that you want to talk about today?
I'm just going through a tremendous amount of change right now, and I would just appreciate any kind of message from spiritual world.
You've been going through changes for a little bit, and it feels like they're showing me sort of things have come in and then it's almost kind of not progressed to where you want. And then you're like, okay, there must be more change. So what they're showing me is you are always really open to things shifting, because you're very aware that when things get moved out of your life, it's for your highest and greatest good. But you're at the point now where you're a little fatigued and a little tired of the process of change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Before I go into the specifics, what your team want to talk about, and this is really beautiful, of what do you do to take care of your energy? Because the fatigue is heavy at the moment. And you need to do an energy check first before we can even talk about what's going on for you, just so that whenever there is change that comes up in your life, what are your strategies? What works for you? What works for you to help ground? So what I'm being shown a tree, which is grounding back into your energy. What helps you ground back into your energy?
Going to the beach, walking around barefoot in my yard, and
Perfect.
taking a nap.
Okay. For you, I'm hearing it's words. So reading and writing. Do you do much writing?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. You know that one of your gifts, you've got some psychic gifts. You know that one of your gifts is automatic writing. Do you know this?
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. You're being asked to connect into your gift of channeled writing, automatic writing, so that you can get your own messaging far more clearer. So let me explain how I see it from the spirit realm, how they describe, and this is for anyone listening. If you're wanting to connect more into your intuition and into your own gifts, I get shown it like a clear tube between the earth realm and the spirit realm. And if you think of that tube like a vacuum cleaner, that there's dust and debris in there. And the dust and debris is self-doubt and overthinking. So if we work at clearing out the self-doubt and the overthinking more, we'll always do it a little bit. But if we can work at clearing that out a little bit more, you will find that you'll be able to connect in with the spirit realm more because that channel is clearer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you're being asked to, it's not so much self-doubt that's coming up for you, but there is definitely a lot of rumination, a lot of the overthinking. And that's purely coming from, because there has been so much upheaval in your life. And there's also been, and I won't disclose too much on air, but there's also been a fair bit of loss and a fair bit of trauma for you. And we don't have to talk about that if you don't want to. But because you've experienced quite a lot of change and loss and trauma within this life, your brain likes to be busy because that's a trauma response. And so the key for you is, whether you work with myself or whether you work with someone else that you feel safe with, on learning how to come out of overthinking, which is the left brain logic, and into the right brain, creative, connected to the spirit realm. If you're able to rewire and do that more, you're going to find that you can connect in with your own messaging far more easily, and that the changes and the upheavals won't actually be so dramatic because you're either anticipating them because you've got messaging about it, or because you're not overthinking, then you don't feel so off kilter. That's what they keep showing me, is like, oh, when there's change coming at the moment, you're kind of thrown off balance. And you do a beautiful job, but you need more than the grounding right now. You need more than the barefoot walking, more than the beach. It needs to be more of a mental shift around releasing the overthinking that's coming from your past. That will help you so much. And the more you do that, the more you will tap into that amazing channeled writing that you have, because your messages are detailed and really thorough, the messages that you get, like really powerful. Do you keep the messages that you write? Do you have journals? Or do you have somewhere where it's written?
Yeah, I have like a blog.
Oh, you do? Beautiful, because they're showing me it's stored, so that makes sense. Do you share that with others? Is that shared with others?
No.
Okay. At some point, do you feel comfortable sharing your writing? So it can be different to what you've got on your current blog. This is more of a cathartic journaling. But at some point, would you feel comfortable sharing your channel messages, whether that's on social media or via a book or some avenue? How does that feel when I say that?
Maybe I would do that. Yeah.
How does it feel?
I don't know. I never thought about it. I don't feel like it's right this second. I don't know.
Not in this moment. This is where your team has jumped to, just to give you a bit of a glimpse into what's coming up for you that feels very different to where you are now. And so they're sort of giving that glimpse so that you can be like, okay, I'm moving through all of this upheaval and all of this transition and into far, far more peace. And as you move into that peace, you'll notice that you tap your psychic gifts. So that's kind of why they've brought that in first up, to be like, you're moving, you know that, you already know this. I don't even need to tell you that all of this change is to move out all of the things that aren't working so that you can fully step into what is working for you. And you have been really intentional about asking for that. You've done a lot of, okay, anything that's not aligned, anything that doesn't work for me, anything that doesn't feel good to me anymore, I'm ready to move away from that.
Yeah.
I'm being shown a masculine beside you. Is this a partner or a family member that's close to you? They're showing me like there's someone that listens to you.
Maybe my father. He passed away.
What's his name?
David.
Are you happy to connect with him?
Yeah.
So your guides and he are talking about self-forgiveness, my love. As I'm saying this, it's come up really heavy for you. In order for you to move through this period of change more easily and step into your psychic gifts and have the peace that you're craving, which is coming, by the end of this year, it feels completely different. Self-forgiveness. Even as I'm talking, my throat chakra has gotten a bit blocked there. It hasn't always been easy for you to forgive yourself for things, and they're showing me a much younger version of you. When you write at the moment, do you write about current things or do you write about what's happened in the past?
Both.
Both. When you write about what's happened in your history, in your past, what is the sensation in your body? This is going to feel like a strange question, but it'll make sense. What do you notice in your physical self?
I'm not sure. I really don't know.
Okay, so you're being asked to pay attention to that, what you notice within your physical body when you are speaking about the past or when you're writing about the past or processing the past, because that will give you clues as to where that energy is still being stored. Do you know much about chakras?
Yes.
Beautiful. So that's why they want you to pay attention. And I literally mean the physical body, as in if you're writing or thinking about the past and you notice your stomach's hurting, or if you notice that, your third eye is starting to just feel really heavy and tight, pay attention to where it's being held. And they're suggesting some guided chakra meditations for the particular areas where you're feeling it in your body. Because you're so gifted, because you've got your own gifts, working with the energy and working with the chakras and working to tap into your own gifts and your channeled writing is going to help you with self-forgiveness, and it's going to help you release things from the past that you're still a little bit attached to and help you clear this way so you can move into the next chapter. You're very ready for it on the conscious level. Like your human self is like, come on, I'm ready to move. I'm done. But when we've been through some really intense experiences and some heavy things, it can be hard for our subconscious self to truly let go and to let ourselves step into peace, joy, abundance, all of the beautiful stuff, because they're saying for me it's not familiar for you. And when there has been times where it's been peaceful or joyful or easy, it hasn't lasted. So
yeah.
You can feel hesitant about that. It's sort of like, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm intentionally bringing that into my life, but there's this subconscious fear that it won't last, and that can be cleared out through chakra work and through self-forgiveness.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. They're showing me some things in visions. I'm being shown horses. I'm trying to figure out if this is a literal thing or if this is a metaphor. Do you have a connection with horses, or sometimes horses is a metaphor for freedom, running free, that sort of thing?
Yes.
You have a connection with horses?
Yeah, I definitely love horses.
Beautiful. Okay. Do you have equine therapy over there?
Probably. I haven't looked into it.
Okay. Oh, now I know what this is. This is gorgeous. So you love horses. You know how horses are brilliant at picking up on energy. So if someone goes near a horse, if that horse does not like their energy, they will not allow them near them. But there can be a completely different person come up to that same horse, and the horse is really receptive to being touched and loved on.
Yeah.
What they're showing me with this is something that'll be amazing for you too is to tap into your gift of claircognizance and clairsentience, which is sensing and knowing. So you can already walk into a room and know who you want to talk to and know who you don't really trust and I don't feel good around you. You're good with that. But if you continue to keep harnessing that, what you will notice is that you make decisions much quicker in your life, and it allows you to move through situations quickly, and then you're not going to have so much change happen in your world. The other thing that they want to say is the changes, all these big upheavals that have been happening for quite a while now, like the last 2 years, it feels completely different for you than what it was 2 years ago. That's wrapping up within the next 3 months. Within the next 3 months, the big changes are settling down, particularly as you focus more on yourself and more on self-forgiveness and more on connecting in with your own psychic and spiritual gifts. They will settle down. Then you can start stepping into that new path. You're also being asked to, I'm here, receive money where it's earned. Don't say no to money. Don't minimize your worth in any way. Receive money where it's earned, because there's going to be some new opportunities come up next year. And they are meant for you. So no humility with that, no trying to negotiate your worth, none of that. Sorry, what did you say?
No, I said that sounds wonderful.
Oh, it's beautiful. Next year's very, very different. But this, in order for you to step into this fully, it is going to require a little bit of your own sort of, you're beautiful at doing your own healing work anyhow, but just a little bit more of self-forgiveness and more of the chakra work, that energy work will help you so, so much.
Okay, I'll do that.
My pleasure. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure. All right, my love, we've got Alma from Pennsylvania. Welcome.
Yes. Thank you.
Hi. My pleasure. Do you have
Hello.
questions, my love?
No
questions?
I have a question about a move. I want to move out of state to get away from my adult children.
That's been going on for a while, that feeling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it feasible? Is it feasible financially at the moment? And you don't have to go into too much detail there, but just in this moment, is it feasible financially?
No.
No. Okay. But mentally, you're there.
Past there.
Okay. Mentally, you're there. They're showing me not just a move, but a very dramatic change in environment as well. So I'm in Australia. I don't know Pennsylvania well, but what is sort of the stark contrast to the environment that you live in at the moment? What would be something completely different to that?
Well, I live in Pennsylvania. Sometimes we get really bad snow. We get snow.
Okay, so it's really cold.
Winters are cold and long and
dark, and it just feels very not that the place where you're living feels oppressive, but it feels very heavy on your energy, and you are going to move. The reason I'm pausing is because I'm waiting to see if there's timeframes. They're not giving me timeframes, which is fine. It doesn't mean that it's not happening. Sometimes they just don't give timeframes because things can change very quickly. So you might not be in the position to do it yet, but that could change in 3 months' time. So that's the only reason they're not giving me timeframes. What they are saying is that it is happening, but it feels the environment is completely different. The reason I feel a bit breathless as I'm saying it, because it's going to feel so, so different for you in a beautiful way, but there is going to be a bit of an adjustment period just because it is so different. This doesn't mean that it's not great, because once you are settled in and adjusted, it's a huge relief. I just wanted to sink my body in, take a huge sigh of relief. Once you have adjusted to this move, it's far more, it's more you. It's more you. What are the things that you love to do? You are a creative and you need to be keeping busy. You need to keep your creative self busy. So what are the things that you do to keep your creative self busy?
I don't. No, I don't. My time is all occupied with my kids and my grandkids, and you know, I'm watching my grandkids 5 days a week, and you know, I'm just
this is what you're
stuck
feeling.
in a rock in a hard place.
What it feels like, and you're feeling a bit constricted is the word that I keep feeling, like just where's me? Where's the time for me? Where's my creative energy going? You're living for everyone else at the moment. And I understand that's the current
It's been that way for the
situation.
past 4 years, 5 years.
That's why I said this is not a recent thing. It's been a long time. It's beautiful that you're doing that, and it's beautiful that you've done that, but it does need to shift. It really does.
And I don't think it's going to happen until I move.
No, but you are moving. So that's the beautiful part of that. And when you move, this is why I said to you, it'll be an adjustment. But once you are settled in, no wonder it feels so completely different, because at the moment you are living in an environment that gets very cold. You are catering to everyone else's needs. It feels quite stifling. And when you move, there's so much more freedom and so much more capacity. The way your team is saying it is more capacity for pleasure in the things that you've forgotten. So if you take yourself back decades, give me one thing that motivated you, that felt inspiring, because they're showing me like all these ideas that you had that felt really beautiful to you, whether it was a hobby or a creative outlet or writing a book or whatever it is. What was it that felt really inspiring and exciting to you?
I really didn't do any of those things. I do.
It's not I do it, but the idea where you was like, one day I'd love to do that.
No, yeah, like I would walk, 6, 8, 10 miles, a couple of days a week, and I'd be in parks and I'd be in nature, and I'd go to the river, and I did rituals, and I did witchy stuff, you want to call it witchy stuff, and that's where I was most comfortable.
Yeah. So that's right brain work. So I'm a witch as well. And whenever I'm stagnant in my life or just not feeling great, I absolutely have to tap into my witchy stuff, because that's creative. Even if other people don't see it as creative, you know what it's like. You know that using divination tools, you know that performing rituals, being in with Mother Nature, all of that stuff is very fulfilling and very creative for our souls. It just feels natural and it feels easy. And this is, yes, the external circumstances are why you're feeling stuck, but a big part of the mental, so that's creating a physical drain, but a big part of your soul drain and mental drain is because you're not connected into the witchy stuff. I actually did put on a jacket this morning, which has the pentagram, and it has all my witchy symbols on it. And I was like, oh, I'm absolutely speaking to a witch today. So I'm so excited that I'm speaking to you. Until you move, so in the meantime, until you move, you are being asked to connect back into your witchy practices. Even if it is just simple things at home, some altar work at home, or some really simple things at home that help you come back into who you are, because you know that that's when you feel you're most grounded and supported. So we're mind, body, and soul, which means that we have to take care of all three energetically. And at the moment, you're not able to do a lot about taking care of the physical drain that you're experiencing, because you're looking after the grandkids, you're doing so much for other people. So you can do a little bit, but that's going to create a drain. So what you're being asked to really focus on is the energy within your mind and within your soul. And your witchy practices are the quickest and easiest way for you to pour some more energy into that soul work. Does that make sense? Because at the moment you're depleted in all areas. And it's really hard to move forward in any area of our life when we're depleted in any of those areas. The other thing they're asking, please tell me that you already use cards, whether it's tarot or oracle.
I have them. I just haven't touched them in years.
Why?
Time, a very big loss some years ago, a very, very huge loss in my life.
Huge. Yeah, which also at the time brought up a whole heap of other stuff as well with it. So often when we go through a big loss, and this is the case for you, it's brought up a whole heap of self-doubt for you and questioning. There's been, the way they're showing me it for you is you question yourself so often. And when you are in your witchy practices and when you are reading tarot and reading cards, that self-doubt and questioning yourself is nowhere near as strong. This is why you need to connect back into those practices, even if it's just for 2 minutes at a time. I'm not saying you have to spend hours every day doing that. Even if you've only got a couple of minutes here and there, it is going to support you so, so much. The other thing that they're saying is that you need more electrolytes. You're a little bit dehydrated. This is because of all of that energy coming out. So you absolutely just go and grab some electrolytes. Water's not going to be enough, so you need some electrolytes as well. But you also are being asked to just immerse yourself in your desires and your stuff more so. Even if it is you wake up 5 minutes earlier and do a little card pull, or you go and do a ritual once a week where you've got the capacity, but please tap into that. Then you will find that as this move happens, it is far more easier to move into it and far more easy to have that transition to go from putting everyone else's needs first to actually coming back into your true sovereign self. All right, my love, thank you so, so much. You've got this. I'm excited for this move because it's so different for you.
Yes, I thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure. My pleasure. Oh, thank you, everyone. This has been so incredibly, incredibly fun. You can work with me worldwide if that feels good to you. I'm the Psychic Psych on all socials. It's been amazing. I'm going to do one quick little card pull before we go, and then I'm going to wrap it up, and I will see you again next week. Oh, we have versatility. Adapt, allow yourself to pivot, and trust in yourself as changes happen in your life. I'm so grateful. I'm so excited. Have a beautiful day. Thank you, everyone, for all of your time and for your trust.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for Mystic B Spiritual Insights, hosted by Anna Marie. Live from mystic-b.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Mystic B Spiritual Insight
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, my cosmic friends. Welcome to Mystic B Spiritual Insights. For those of you that have met me before, Thanks again for joining. For those of you that are tuning in for the first time, my name is Anna Marie. I'm your host each week. Whether you're tuning in via live stream or podcast, I'm delighted that you're here. My hope is that the world is treating everyone kindly. And if by chance that's not the case, just know you're not alone and people care about you. So keep going and just know that we're glad that you're here. I am not sure that I've actually expressed this up to this point. So I just want to make it clear, if you are ever wondering what I really love about doing this each week, is it's really that I'm blessed to have a chance to help someone in some way. I firmly believe that everyone has unique gifts. We all have a purpose, and I just take great joy in helping others. I know what it's like to feel lonely and isolated and uncertain, and anything that I can do to just help uplift other human beings means a lot to me. So I may be in this space trying to offer some messages that bring some clarity and encouragement, but I also want to help you find ways to just trust and tune in to your own inner wisdom. We all have intuition. We all have gifts. It's really just a matter of learning how to trust and listen to the messages that you're receiving. So that means believing things that you can't see, and often things you really don't have the comprehension to understand or try to explain to others. I've had to reconcile all of that for myself, but just know that keeping an open mind is really powerful. It means also learning different ways that you may get information. Some of us that deliver insights and messages to all of you, we receive pictures. Some people will hear things. Some of us just feel things, or we may just know information without understanding why we know information. But most importantly, it's really knowing that it's going to take faith, it takes courage, it takes time, and you really need to know that your gifts are meant to be shared to help others. So that's why we're here. So if you would like to develop your intuition further, feel free to send me a message on Facebook. I have all sorts of tips and free tools that I'd be happy to share. I do have some of them that I've posted historically on my Facebook page, but don't ever hesitate to reach out. I love to empower others to develop their own gifts, and just let me know. For this show, however, we want to use our gifts together and raise our vibrations to the highest level so we can find some insights, not just to share with live callers, but even just people listening in. There's always some sort of message that we can glean in what someone else is going through. And I'm learning from all of you at the same time. So let's raise our vibrations and let's get some messages going. Looks like we have Jenna from New Jersey joining us. Jenna, do I have you on the line?
Yes, this is actually Tony. Jenna had put in for me to get a reading. So
well, hi,
she
Tony.
asked me to...
I promised not to call you
All
Jenna,
right.
but that was very nice of her.
Okay.
I'm
Thank
really
you.
glad
How
that
you
you're
doing?
here. I like to ask if people have a particular topic that they want to focus in on, or if you would like a general reading. Do you have a sense of what I can do to help you?
Well, one thing I needed to ask was, like, I've been looking for a place to live, and I want to see if anytime soon I might be able to find a place. It hasn't been easy. And, you know, that's pretty much like a lot that's on my mind, and to make sure my wife's health is going to be good. She's going through a couple things. My health.
So let me see what I can plug into here. So I think first and foremost, and Tony, I don't want to dismiss your specific questions. So I want to make sure I've got those. So we want, basically the housing is a big deal, and things looking up for your wife's health. and really some positive changes. Is that what I'm understanding? Those are sort of the topics that you want to drill in on?
Yeah.
Okay, so before I get to that, I feel like sometimes there's other messages that we're also meant to receive. So before I get to those details, I'm getting a little bit of other energy for you. Do you mind if I share some of that energy first?
No, go ahead.
Okay,
Go ahead.
great. So I'm not sure if it's a mother that has passed or a grandmother that has passed, but I'm actually getting sort of grandmother like energy, someone that's passed away. Do you have a mother that's passed in the past
Yes,
year or
my
so?
mom has passed.
Okay.
My mom passed.
I just feel like I'm getting that energy first. Okay. So, we all get goosebumps, but I get the chills when I'm if I'm on target and I'm supposed to cover that first. So I feel like your mother is a woman of faith. And I feel like there's a message from your mother that you've got to lean on your faith, even if you're not a religious person. I think she shared some things with you and taught you some things as you were growing up. She really wants you to embrace your faith during this time. Does this make sense for you?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I also feel like she wants you to know that she's calling you out I'm hearing you're the baby boy. I don't know if you were the youngest child or there's something special about you, but there was something about you being the center of attention and you were kind of like the star, the baby boy in her eyes. Does that make sense?
Yes, that is true.
Okay. So just know your mom, first and foremost, wants you to feel encouraged, embrace your faith. She is connected to you. I also feel like she has left you some sort of, it feels like it's not just a legacy, but I feel like at some point she left you some very meaningful things. So aside from anything that she may have left you physically, I feel like the greatest power she wants you to lean on right now is just her messages of wisdom and her belief and faith in God and a higher power that you will get through this. Okay. And the baby boy will be fine is sort of what she's telling me. Does that make sense for you?
Good. Yeah,
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay, great. So I also feel like it feels like there's some sort of offer that comes to you. So I feel like it feels tied to partially your question about a home, but I feel like it also ties to employment. So I don't know if you've looked for jobs that actually have a housing element, but this sort of feels to me like there is a job that has a housing piece. And the only two examples that I can come to in my mind is if you were doing maintenance for an apartment complex that you may have reduced rent and have a unit on the property, or I know that they have storage unit, people that manage storage unit properties and they have housing allowance and things like that. So that's the energy that I'm getting. Have you looked into things like that, or are you connected with anyone that may have?
You sort of hit that on the head. I spoke to somebody a day or two ago, and there's a job for maintenance, and it's a place where I might be able to
Yeah, that's the one that I feel like that's the one, Tony. So what I want you to do here is I want you to use all of your professional relationship building, all of that rapport building that you have. I want you to follow up with them again, okay, and let them know how interested you are. I really feel like that's it. I feel like that is your opportunity, and it makes a way where I think you need a fresh start. It feels like you need a fresh start, but it also feels like you need some rest. Like you need to feel just more security and more stability with your family. And this feels like that is the offer. So I want you to put yourself forward, and it doesn't mean beg, but it means genuinely express your interest that you want this opportunity. And of course, that's my high recommendation energetically, but it sounds like it's something of interest to you. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really think you need to follow up with them because I think it's yours if you do the follow up and you let them know how much you really want that opportunity. And I think the housing thing gets solved. And it literally feels like this happens really quickly, like within the next couple of weeks. It feels like this gets situated.
All right, cool.
Okay, so but you've got to do the work, right? You need to follow up with them and sell yourself a little bit more. I think they just want to know that you're reliable and you're genuinely interested in this. So just make sure that they know that that's true. Okay?
Yes, I will.
Okay, that's exciting. I'm excited for you. As far as your wife's health, so I sort of have strange spiritual agreements with my spirit energies and friends, wherever they might be. And so I don't typically hone in on things like death and health and all of that. Obviously, I'm not a physician. I can't offer medical advice. But here's what I would say. I feel like your wife's health, it feels like it's sort of been off and on. Like there's energetically, it feels like it sort of comes and goes. So I don't know if she has some immune issue or if it's just something that has not been quite identified yet. But I feel like it happens in waves. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay. So I feel like, and again, not a medical doctor here, but my energy says there is something related to her diet that she can do to feel better. It does feel like it feels like there's just a chronic issue that may just continue, but that she can manage and maintain it through diet. I would just really encourage her. I feel like she doesn't like her doctor. I don't know who's pissed her off, but I feel like she's not happy with some sort of doctor. And even if she doesn't like the personality of a doctor that she's been interacting with, I feel like he's knowledgeable and he has the right information so she can find some relief. And just remember also that if medical insurance or coverage is an issue, they can't refuse to see her. Okay. So I think she just needs to be open-minded and taking some of the recommendations from whomever her primary doctor has been up to this point. But I feel like a lot of it can just be maintained and improved through her diet. And so I feel inflammation. I feel like there's some arthritis or chronic immune sort of thing that has a lot to do with the consumption of certain ingredients. Does that make sense at all?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of weird how this stuff works, isn't it, Tony?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, hopefully it's offering you some encouragement.
You seem to be on. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm sorry, what was that?
I said you seem to be on target with what you're saying, you know?
Good. I just want to make sure, obviously, that not just that I'm offering you some encouragement and hope, but obviously I want this to be candid and accurate and clear for you. But I'm excited about your opportunity for new employment. I really think that this is the doorway. So again, I want you to follow up on that. I'm guessing, is Jenna your wife?
Yes.
Okay. So you can tell Jenna I said hello, and that was really nice of her to get you plugged in this evening. But I also want to make sure that, she just stays open-minded with whomever her primary doctor or caregiver is, so she can find some relief. It just feels kind of chronic to me, but I think it will improve. I think it's just about her diet. And either one of you, if you feel like there's some other insights that Jenna would like for herself personally, you can always plug back in next week. You can reach out on my Facebook page or send me a message, and I'd be happy to expand further and see if there's anything else that I get.
Okay.
Okay. Are there
Sounds
any
good.
other
Thank you.
thoughts or questions that you might have that I can help with, or were we able to cover a couple of things for you?
No, I think we were able to cover.
Great, great. So just
Okay.
remember, you get out there and put your best foot forward with that opportunity. I'm going to wish you and Jenna the very best in your fresh start. I really feel like this is a great new beginning, and I hope you keep us updated on the new developments.
I will. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
All right, Tony, take care. So, how nice is that to have a partner that is looking out for you and open to getting you plugged in with someone on this network, hoping that you can get some insights and encouragement. So good job, Jenna. We love that support that you provide to Tony, and I truly wish you the very best. I do have a couple of other brief messages. They're kind of mini messages. For some folks that know this, I do meditate before the show. Sometimes I get lots of downloads of individual messages. Sometimes I don't. I just have a couple of quick things before we get to our next caller. So one, I'm just supposed to tell someone congratulations on the wedding. I also get the name Joni. So I'm not sure if Joni is tied to the wedding, or if it's Joni's wedding, or if Joni is passing along some congratulations, maybe that are overdue. But I feel like the wedding has already happened, and there are some congratulations that need to be extended. And I do get the name Joni. I also get sort of a general message for all of us is to embrace the in-between. And whatever that means for you, just let it resonate. Take it wherever it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you can kind of let it go. But I think for me, it's sort of these moments. So Jenna and Tony, right? Maybe their in between is going from one stage of life to another, or one home to another. Or maybe it is a transition in your health. Could be something in your health, could be something in a relationship, could be your profession, education. It can also be things like this. And this is how I took it for myself tonight. Even just doing these shows each week, I have to be receptive to getting information that doesn't always make sense. So it often takes courage to share these messages. I'm human, I'm imperfect, I'm not always going to be accurate or right. So for me, that message was embrace the in-between. So even in moments where I just don't know, I have to settle in on my face and embrace that in-between. So I hope there's something in that message that comes through for all of you. But it looks like we have Judy from St. Louis, Missouri, that is also calling in. Judy, are you with us?
Yes, I am. How are you tonight?
Good. I was going to ask you the same thing. Isn't that funny? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you. Even better now that you answered my call.
Oh, well, we have great people at the A1R Psychic Network, and they do really great job of just getting everyone from the list and getting everyone called back and connecting you through. So we're glad that you're here, Judy. I want to make good use of our time because I know it's short. I will just say, once upon a time, I lived not so far away. I was in Chesterfield for a while until I realized how much I did not like the colds. And then I had to leave.
Yeah.
So,
I don't blame you.
So I know you're probably dealing with a little bit of cold there, but I'm so glad that you're on the call. Thank you so much. Would you like a general reading, or is there a specific topic that you want to tune into?
I think a general reading, what you think the spirits want me to know right now.
Okay. Can I just tell you, I just feel your excitement. So I don't know what is new. I mean, I feel like you're just a positive person overall, but I don't know what is new, but I feel like you have good news that you've received recently. Is that the case?
Maybe.
And if it's not, it's okay. Maybe if you haven't received the good news, maybe that's where I'm picking up. You're going to get some good news, but I feel excited for you. I feel the excitement from you. But so you have not received any recent news in the last few days of something exciting?
I think I'm finally deciding that it's time to walk away from the marriage, and that makes me excited.
Okay. That's a big thing.
So that's probably what you're feeling. And I'm excited to be on the phone with you.
Okay, well, that's great. Well, walking away, endings are always new beginnings. And so maybe the excitement that I'm feeling from you is that new beginning energy. So here's what I would say. And I know I do like things to happen organically. So you just kind of led me into the relationship front. But I'm going to just call out the energy that I receive. We'll go from there. And then if you want to talk more about relationship stuff, we can certainly do that in the few minutes we have. Okay. So big picture is this. I do feel you standing up for yourself. I feel like if you didn't stand up for yourself or advocate for yourself, someone was going to take you down, okay? Energetically, emotionally. So if you have arrived at a conclusion, at the very least, no matter what the status of relationships, marriage, professional endeavors, just know it's really important that you stand your ground and you not let other people take you down. So this is akin to the person jumping in the pool, trying to save the drowning victim, and the drowning victim drowns the rescuer. Does this make sense for you?
Totally, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I feel like if you stay in the situation that you've been in, you will be drowned, you will be taken under. So I feel like no matter what the stance is that you have now, you are absolutely certain that you must stand up for yourself, prioritize yourself, take care of that, whatever that means for you. I also feel like you are just not sure what's in front of you. So even though I'm getting the excitement from you, I feel like it's all a mystery. So it's kind of like, well, what will this be or what will that be? But what's interesting is I don't think you're really worried. I think you're curious about what will unfold and what will happen, but I don't feel you concerned. And that to me just feels like you're strong, confident, capable, and you're a woman of faith. Does this make sense for you?
Yes, very so.
Okay. Yeah. I also feel like there's some scenario that you're in right now, and this might be some more of that excitement energy that I have, where you are actually the center of attention. And so this is going to sound kind of strange, and I don't want it to be disrespectful. I can only share it how I'm getting it. I almost feel like you've had a makeover, or you've lost weight, or you've done something with your hair. It just feels like you're getting a lot of attention now that you didn't used to get. Does this make sense for you?
I have been losing weight, and I'm getting my hair done tomorrow, so maybe that's it.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because I just feel like physically you have changed, and it feels it's almost kind of the butterfly coming out of the cocoon to me, but you have eyes on you. So I think you're also attracting more attention, and not just compliments from friends or family or coworkers, but I think you're actually catching the attention of potential suitors, which I think is also good for your spirits and confidence as you move forward. Does this make sense?
Sure. Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Because you were asking about general, I'm just going to see if there's a couple other things that are coming up. So I'm going to say this is my kind of contemplating the professional business path. So I don't know if you work or what your employment or business or professional status is, but I feel you looking out and examining some other options. So I feel like you could continue on the path that you are and be successful, but I am getting a sense that you want something more. I feel an entrepreneurial energy, thinking of just doing something or going out on your own. Does this make sense for you?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, just again, exploring your options, because I feel like you could stay the course, but there's something in the wings that feels entrepreneurial that you have in your view. I don't know if it's a serious option, because like I said, I see you unclear about the future. So when I talk about these other options, just know you have multiple options financially, professionally, and business-wise, and they're all positive. So you can't make a wrong decision in whatever you decide to do on that side of things. Okay. I also feel like you have a lot of luck on your side. So kind of just in closing comments, I just want you to just not just have faith, but know that you have the gift of manifestation. There's luck on your side and everything is going to work out. Does that help?
Okay. It was wonderful. Yes.
I hope you tune in again next week, Judy. You seem delightful. I wish you the best, whether in a marriage or out of marriage. Nothing's going to take you down.
Thank you so much.
All right. You take care.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, everyone, for spending time with me again this week and just being part of this wonderful community. Remember, if you didn't get through today, don't worry. You can always connect with other psychics in the network. You can come back next week. You can also book private session on the Mystic Bee website or just reach out on Facebook and my Mystic Bee page. Just remember, you too are intuitive. You are powerful, you're intuitive, and you are supported not just by me, by everyone at A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. We thank you for tuning in and sharing our shows every week. Please trust yourself. Take the next step as you go into the month of Aries and the new moon, and just know that I'm sending you lots of love and light. Take good care.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV and Lightning Television. Welcome.
Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv.
This is Understanding Spirit
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another week of Understanding Spirit. I hope you're all doing really well. I'm your host, Mary. I want to say Spirit are really impressing on me to say that if any of you are feeling down at the moment, no matter what your situation is, they're just showing me changes, elevation, you needing to take care of yourself, and things will calm down and be better. They're just saying, hang in there. Okay, so I don't know who this message is for. It could be for one person, could be for a few people. Okay, so I try on my show to reach as many people as I can. That's why I do the collective reading with the cards. So again, we're going to do that again today. So just take it as it resonates. You may need it today. You may need it in the future. You might even feel like this is a message for somebody else. Okay, and only take what applies to you. Okay, so if you are connecting with the number 1, it's this one here, which is emotional desert. Sometimes these cards come up more than once, and if you choose the same card again, or you find the message is the same, it just means that, you know, either you haven't taken advice from Spirit yet, or there is still more things to be worked out in that area wherever it applies for you. So just keep that in mind. Okay, with emotional desert, it does have inactivity and isolation written there on the bottom. When I'm holding this card, I just feel sort of like really pressed to say, if you are around anyone who does not want to see you happy at the moment, I just feel like you have to sort of like kind of move on to sort of get your happiness, you know, and endings can lead to new beginnings, healthier beginnings, okay, than the last beginnings that you had, you know. So don't always feel like everything is gonna be the same. I feel like, you know, there's new discoveries, new celebrations for you. I feel like I need to say, you know, it's okay to take care of yourself as well, okay? And I don't want to say love yourself first with ego, but, you know, you do need to take care of yourself to move ahead as well, and just sort of cleanse yourself of any negativity that may be around you at the moment, okay? If you have been drawn to card 2, it is this one here, personal guide. All right, and this has got guardian angel and spirit family written here. When I'm holding this card, I don't know if you have any memories, you know, from your past that are, I don't know about haunting is the right word, but, you know, that you're still hanging on to, or you're still getting memories, flashbacks, you know. It could be you could be hanging on to sort of like some trauma or side effects of particular things in your life. And I just really feel pressed to say to you that, you know, a lot of times people will say, you know, everything happens for a reason, you know, it can be karma, but you know what, sometimes it's not. Sometimes we're just meant to experience certain things in order to know more about ourselves and to also help us to move on. Everything will have a higher purpose for it, even if you feel like you're having the worst day. You know, I really try to press on people, when you're having a bad day, find one thing about yourself, one thing about your day that you are happy about. And when you can do that for yourself, you know that there are always still good things coming for you, and it can help to uplift you and get you out of feeling bad about your life or your situation. Okay, if you have picked card 3, this is the card that is coming up for you. It is Archangel Zachiel, and it's got here self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness here. With this card, I don't know, I'm seeing like a lot of like technology at the moment, and I also feel like I don't know if there's any sort of like bullying, you know, on social media, whether somebody's doing that to you, or whether you are spending way too much time on social media yourself. But I do feel like there's some sort of like unhealthy cycles here of, you know, constantly doing the same thing, that maybe you could be using your time better. I feel like there are some like false illusions, you know, and to not fall into bad habits. And there needs to be some forgiveness here as well, whether it's forgiving yourself, forgiving you know, other people as well. But Spirit is saying to me, lead with your heart constantly, and everything will kind of work out for you. There's also a lot of patience that needs to be around you at the moment. So just maybe you might need to just kind of sit back for a bit in thought about something and work through. Okay, I have Carol on the line. Hello, Carol. Okay, I have Carol on the line. Hello, Carol.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How can I help you today?
I'm not on speaker.
I can hear, I can't speaker because I can hear noises in the background, like us talking.
Okay.
Noises in the background.
Okay, let me turn you down because you were on very high.
Okay, turn you down. Just don't turn me off.
Turn you off?
No, don't do that. Just turn me down.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I can hear you just fine now.
I just want to say that the cards spoke to me.
Yeah.
And my brother passed a year ago, and yesterday I felt he was giving me signs. I was actually talking to him, and I was just wondering if you were able to reach out and maybe have him tell me something that I need to know right now.
Okay. All right. Just give me a minute and I'll see. I can't see your brother at the moment. There is an elderly lady here for you, though, who could be like your grandmother or mother. She's dressed in like 50s kind of clothing. She's very prim and proper, and she's giving me nursery rhymes. So I don't know if she was like a teacher, or she guided you, or she sang nursery rhymes to you or whatever. But this is a woman that has stepped forward for you right now. Do you know who she is?
Not oh boy, this is hard because I really don't know of anyone like this right now.
That's okay, that's all right. You just hang on to it. Just know she's come forward for you, okay? And I will see if I can get your brother. Yeah, she's still giving me nursery rhymes. So this is important. This will be somebody that you know, all right? She's persistent here with this, okay? I can't see your brother, but I can hear him talking to me. He's saying that he's reaching out to you because you need him right now and you need his guidance right now. He's saying that you're not trusting yourself at the moment. He's saying to me that people like assumed that you were a fool or you didn't know any better, all right? But he's saying it's actually like not the case. But he's saying in the past, he goes, it's better to know the truth than to not know. He's saying that you need to wait and make plans for your life and decisions. He's saying to me there's a transformation at the moment with you, and this is also a spiritual transformation, right? And he's saying you can use the cards to guide you along with that, but he's also saying trust your own intuition and also what you're getting. Be happy with whatever results that you're getting, but at the moment you may need to take a break and just sort of like either meditate or sit with him. He's also saying you need to find balance in your life to build your success and also like to move forward, with that. There is a lot of movement. He's also saying tune into your intuition for your moral compass, like what sits right with you and what sits wrong with you. But he's saying determination and success is showing me you moving on, but he's saying be honest with yourself about what you want and how things are for you. He's also showing me like the Two of Cups and a soulmate, for you as well. Don't be closed off to new possibilities and new changes and things coming around you in your life, Carol. All right?
Okay.
All right, so he's going, just be positive, wipe your hands of anything in the past that doesn't suit you, all right, and just keep moving forward. He keeps turning your head forward and saying, don't look back. Just keep...
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome.
Time for Love Life with Katana Star. Katana Star. Live from katanastar.au.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is Love Life
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. You're watching Love Life with Katana Star. How's everyone doing? I'm doing fantastic. It's been a huge week for me. I am publishing my debut novel. It's called Bad Boys Fire in the Stars, and it's now up available for pre-order on Amazon. So that's pretty exciting. And on the 3rd of September, it will be available. But I'm scared as well because now people are reading it. Advanced review readers are reading it. And it's really scary, but they say the scariest things in life, you've got to take these chances, because if you don't, you always end up regretting what you don't do, I think, as opposed to what you do. So on that note, I'm going to do a collective message, and I hope that's kind of inspires people to take chances and put yourself out there, because life's too short. All right, here we go. Collective message. For everyone watching and listening, we got the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands is look, you know what? It's kind of what I was just saying, actually. You might have some plans in place or have some aspirations of wanting to do something, and this often relies on timing. Okay, so you could be waiting, you could be wanting to do something, but you're waiting on others. Normally, with this card, it normally means others have kind of got to get themselves into gear to come in and play their part in whatever's happening. So the picture depicts a woman standing there waiting for her wave to come in so she can start riding her surfboard. And it is a little bit about timing, this one. So, sometimes, just the timing's not right with something. It can just literally be about divine timing, in that if it doesn't happen the first time, maybe it's just meant to happen the next time for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Because bigger and better things can sometimes await, or that bigger and better wave can come in when the timing's right. And look, here's the King of Swords. I've just pulled that one out next to it. And the King of Swords is someone who puts plans into place with strategic, logical thinking, and he doesn't muck around too much with I guess putting business plans, financial plans, things like that. But he's also very level-headed, and combined with the energy of the Three of Wands there, he would be somebody who'd be making decisions around his head, around the timing, rather than his heart. Now, I've got Vladimir on the phone from Queens. How are you, Vladimir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. I was just reading the collective message today, which is the Three of Wands and the King of Swords energy there. Quite a powerful figure he is. He's quite a powerful character, that one. What can I do for you this evening? Is that how I pronounce your name, Vladimir?
Yes, you said it perfectly. Oh, yes.
Excellent.
So I just wanted to know what's coming up ahead for me with the career. I'm sure you're able to pick up anything.
Awesome. And these two cards that I pulled out for the collective message would resonate probably with you there, Vladimir, especially with career stuff, because the King of Swords, he often represents things like strategical planning and decision making, often to do with the head rather than the heart. But look, I'll do a reshuffle, and I'll focus on the question at hand. So we're wanting to know some guidance around your career at the moment. Is that right?
Yes, that's correct.
The Nine of Swords is there, so that's flown out. I'll keep shuffling there. The Nine of Swords is it can be a card to do with mental health stuff, Vladimir. It's about feeling a bit of anxiety. It can be about things playing over in your mind at night, insomnia, that sort of stuff. Or it could be about working with people with those kind of things. Now, you've got the Two of Wands here, you've got the Knight of Wands, and you've got the Chariot. So what I'm picking up in a nutshell here, Vladimir, is there would be a desire for movement, okay, from you, or some early plans in place that you've been thinking about. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yes. And okay, the Nine of Swords. So this energy that I pulled out before, so that can mean one of two things. That could mean that you could be working in an area of mental health support. Okay, so supporting others with this sort of stuff, or this is what's going on for you at the moment in your current position. Now you don't need to confirm or deny that because this stuff is quite personal. But either way, there is definitely I'm picking up a desire for you to move on, to follow more of your aspirations and your creative passions, all that sort of stuff, and to feel inspired again, because the Two of Wands is here, and that means the ideas there. There's thoughts ahead, you haven't taken steps just as yet. It's in the early stages, and it often relies, it can rely on partnerships and other people. But the Knight of Wands being here is a really good sign, Vladimir, to believe in yourself, to embrace new opportunities, because that you'll find inspiration again, and you'll find that passion for your career again. Okay. And I do see movement here with the Chariot. I see what's coming next. A new beginning's coming up for you here, Vladimir. I see you changing positions. Okay. The Chariot would indicate overcoming obstacles and difficulties and moving on into something brand new. Okay. The Ace of Swords is here, and that's the beginning of something. That is the beginning. This next move that you might be contemplating is going to be something that's going to be a fantastic learning opportunity for you. It'll stimulate you intellectually. There'll be growth. There will be change. Okay. Because that's all about the swords element as well. You've got the Queen of Cups here. This is beautiful. So the Queen of Cups is she would represent the emotional fulfillment you would find in moving on to something new, okay? Or she could also represent a female in the workplace, okay? Who is if she's not in the workplace, she could be a female who's close to you, okay? So sort of 40s onwards, normally an age group. She's quite emotionally nurturing and supportive, and she has those kind of traits about her as a counselor, you could say. But also that is the kind of emotions and qualities and traits that you could embrace about yourself by moving on too. So, it's interesting with the tarot, they can often mean a couple of different things. So if you want to jump in at any time and ask further about that, I'm more than happy to unpack that. It's I've got the Magician here too. So is this all resonating for you at the moment?
Yes, it's all resonating.
Awesome. Now, the Magician being here, Vladimir, this is a beautiful sign for you as a reminder and a validation of your ability to manifest the outcome of this, okay? This is all at your fingertips. You have got the power to create your reality, so to speak. So if you envision yourself going for something new or taking an opportunity, you manifest the outcome. You see yourself in that position, and it will happen, okay? Because that's what the Magician's all about. It's about knowing your own power to make things happen and to believe in yourself as well. And look here, you're going to be successful. I can tell you that now. Here's the Ace of Pentacles. This represents a new offer, especially in the career place, okay? So a new offer to do with money, career. It's sitting right there. It's just almost beckoning for you to take it, Vladimir, okay? So as far as career goes, I see nothing but good signs here when it comes to moving from where you currently are into something new. And look, with the Hierophant being here, this could be an organisation, okay, that's quite, traditional in following structures, but also I feel more so on a spiritual level, Vladimir, you're going to feel a lot happier in this role. I feel that it's going to bring you back into alignment with what you really want to do and where you see yourself going. I feel that you're going to you'll either be a mentor to others or you're going to meet someone who's quite a strong mentor for you, because that's what the Hierophant's all about. He's a bit of a teacher, this guy, and he's quite spiritual and following structures in particular. But he's inspirational too. And look, I see nothing but success here. I'm just pulling positive cards after the other one, Vladimir. Here's the Six of Wands. This would indicate if you do change career and you go for this opportunity, you'll not only get the job, but you'll be extremely successful. Okay, the Six of Wands shows recognition for hard work that you put in. It shows celebration and achievement, and a sense of accomplishment that I feel you might not be feeling at the moment in your current position. You're going to feel if you move on, because you will be acknowledged for the work you do. You'll feel a sense of accomplishment. And there's a reason for celebration there. So it's good stuff. It's all looking really good. Did you have any more questions for me?
So if this is you said it's going to be a new position, this is something that I don't know if it's something that I'll find out through someone or something that I'll be applying for, or.
I missed the middle bit of your question. Sorry, I got the last bit. What can you repeat that, please?
I was just wondering about, being that you mentioned the new position, how would I find out about this? Is it like through what way? Is it through like a search or a referral?
I believe the cards are indicating a change of career job for you would be positive, okay? So whether that's in your existing position where you are, if it's another role, or if you were to go for a different job completely. I do see you changing positions though, and at the moment you're probably at a crossroads with that, whether to go left or right, or you're not sure how to go about it. Follow your gut instinct there, Vladimir. I'd be looking for other opportunities. Listen to your gut and be going for anything that you're wanting to do, okay? Because I see nothing but success here when it comes to a career change and moving on, definitely. I've just been given the prompt that I've got 30 seconds, Vladimir, so I hope that was helpful for you. It'll probably click with you once you get off your think, look at that, new business opportunities, growth. I do see definitely a change from what you're doing now, no doubt about it. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and listening. I'll be back same time next week. Have a wonderful weekend.
Listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for the Mini Medium with Stephanie Cowan. Live from TarotWithSteph.net.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is the Mini Medium
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi guys. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. I am your mini medium on the amazing A1R Psychic Radio and the beautiful Moonstruck TV. I have been sitting here as I'm getting ready to get myself grounded and focused. And I'll tell you, it's been a bit of a challenge from just some things, just personal stuff. But so I'm kind of, I'm very cautiously optimistic about how spirit comes in today. So it's been kind of one of those days of just lots of weird stuff. But anyhow, I hope you guys are having a beautiful week and you got through this last Mercury retrograde, which I don't know about you guys, but some of these retrogrades with Mercury, it ends up really putting me in a weird funk. Sometimes it causes things, my autoimmune deficiencies to flare. And I don't know if I don't believe in coincidences. So I think it's all like, maybe it's just part of the energy. But so it's been a little bit of a rough few weeks in some aspects, but I'm so glad that we're past it. How did you guys do we had Friday was the Lionsgate portal, right? The 8/8. Saturday was the full moon, the sturgeon moon, right? So, and then we had Sunday, which was the last day of the Mercury retrograde. So lots of really interesting energy the last 3 days. So yeah, we'll have to see how how things pan out now post retrograde. So anyhow, but I kind of wanted to share some really quick with you guys, and then of course we'll be getting into readings, and we're going to pull an affirmation. I wanted to just shout out a couple things that are coming up with some events. Halloween is one of my favorite, holidays. I'm sure that many, would assume that, but it's one of my favorite. But so I have a Halloween annual mini medium Halloween event coming up, and it'll be in Bountiful, Utah on October 4th. And then I have another event coming up September 27th it's called the Elks Lodge. And all this information is on my website at mini-medium.com. So the-medium.com. And my assistant Mandy gets everything on there. You can purchase tickets. If you have any questions, go and there's a little kind of an email questionnaire thing you can send in. If you're local and you want to schedule a party, parties are booking up really fast. I will be going to New Jersey in November for the New Jersey Para-Unity Expo. Many know that my other passion and what I love to do is fascinated with the paranormal, ghost hunting, right? Paranormal investigations. So imagine that, but as a medium, it's intriguing and it's fun and it's also very fulfilling to be able to share my gifts to help people in that perspective. So just wanted to kind of throw those out. I'm probably forgetting a couple, but you can get them on the website. All right, well then I'm going to go ahead and we're going to pull an affirmation. Now, the affirmation that I'm pulling, just be mindful, this is for everybody collectively. And the number that I've been seeing all day today has been the number 18. So if some of you aren't familiar with what that's about, when I start to really open myself up and I welcome any loved ones in spirit or your spirit guides to come in and use my energy, numbers will start to come in through visions. Sometimes I just hear the number through clairaudient. So the number 18 has been really strong today. So this would be the 18th of a month as a significant date, whether it's birth date, death date, age of 18, January 8th. We could be, 2018 was a very significant year. So it can also be that you have someone in spirit that would have been 18. And this is how they start to communicate, or it's connected directly to you. And, whether it's your birthday or January 8th or however it may be. So we'll kind of see how this pans out for today. I love it. Every time that I see these numbers, I'll tell you, spirit never ceases to amaze me. It's incredible. So I'm going to go ahead and let's quickly pull this affirmation, and then we're going to get to our first caller and share some beautiful messages. Okay. All right, my friends. So the affirmation for this week for everybody says, every day I am stronger, braver, and wiser. I live and grow in harmony with the universe. Ooh, I love this one. Give me goosebumps. So every day I am stronger, braver, and wiser. I live and grow in harmony with the universe. Isn't that beautiful? You guys can kind of see, I'll show you on camera, the beautiful butterfly there. A lot of people connect to butterflies with their departed loved ones, right? My dad has passed and I connect butterflies with my dad, and my mom has passed and I connect dragonflies with my mom. And so I think it's just kind of whatever, that you feel within your beautiful intuition, whatever sign, that you resonate with. So some people have some funky, crazy signs and, symbols or whatever it may be. And I love it. I love hearing all the different ones and then the whys, there's always the why behind it. So no matter what, even if it's really weird and crazy and strange, whatever comes to you, that's your beautiful loved one in spirit whispering in your ear, getting your attention. So don't ever doubt it. Ever, ever. Okay. All right, my friends. So we are going to go ahead and take our first caller. And this is exciting. I've got Ann. Ann is from Salt Lake City, right here in my hometown. Hi, Ann. this is Mini Medium. How are you?
Hi. I'm good, except I'm from LaBarge, Wyoming. I'm just in Salt Lake at the hospital.
Oh, and bless your heart. Oh my gosh. Okay. And so you're
I'm
in
not
Salt
in the
Lake.
hospital. I'm
yes,
good. I'm taking care of somebody that's in the hospital, but yeah.
Oh my goodness. But you're from Wyoming. Okay. So that's still not too far from Salt Lake. Yeah. I love that.
No.
Well, I hope whoever is in the hospital that you were there with, is getting better, and we're sending lots of good positive energy your way. Okay, hon.
Yeah, thank you. We're thinking that this surgery will do the trick.
Good. Good. I love it. Okay. All right, my friend. How can I help you tonight?
Oh, let's see. We've spoken before. And if you're talking about the 18th, I think that's when we finally got to connect after your granddaughter threw your phone away.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I know. We met at Phenomicon.
Yes, we did.
Oh my gosh. And how are you?
I'm good.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. That was a while ago, about a year ago, huh?
It was about a year ago, and I've had quite a year.
Oh my gosh. Well, you sound amazing. I'm sorry you're in Utah for what you are, but I can't wait to connect tonight. Is there a specific, is there a question or just whatever comes, whatever you're feeling drawn to?
Just whatever comes, dear. I mean, like I said, I've had a quite a year, and I think things are on the upturn. I kind of want to know. Really feel like I've had a lot of angels around, and a lot of helpers and guides being sent by them and whatnot. You told me I was going to do shadow work, and I have been. Thank goodness. It probably saves my sanity. But just whatever comes to you that you think I need to know.
Okay. Oh, perfect. Well, I always say, shadow work is not meant to be easy, because it's the things that, it's the hard things. And our brain isn't built to do hard things. So we end up trying to avoid it or, procrastinate, doing what we need to do. But I'll tell you, once you get into your shadow self and you start to understand, why you do the things you do or why you have the energy that you have or put out there, it really helps you to love yourself even more, but also, to love the flaws, quote unquote. But then it also helps you, to get past those, barriers and the hard things that really hold us back from living our best life. So I'm happy to hear, and I love hearing that you've been working on that. That's so wonderful. I love it. Well, so let's see what's going on, and we'll just kind of do general reading, but then we'll also see, oh my gosh, okay. I have to show really quick. And so I just pulled cards, very randomly. If you might remember with readings, I just use the cards as a visual validation for what my gifts are bringing to me. And I'm telling you, this is where I always say the veil is so thin right now. And the two cards that fell out that I pulled for you, I'll show on camera here, and then you can always go watch on Facebook or on the website. But so you pulled this 10 of Cups card, and it came out right side up. And then you pulled this 8 of Wands card, and that came out reversed. So there's your shadow work, my friend. And 10 and 8 is 18. Okay, how interesting is that?
Oh, wow.
I always say, I need to go play the lottery, and predict my own numbers. So some things that I love with these cards, and I'll kind of explain how the cards are meshing with what I'm seeing. So whenever you pull a cup, in tarot, as it comes out right side up like yours is, what that means is that that cup is either empty and it needs to be filled, or it means that the cup is overflowing, and it can be, the saying, my cup runneth over. but this can also be running over with not such good stuff. So keep that in mind for a moment. Then this Eight of Wands reversed, which I love. Here we are in August. You pulled the 8. I'm all about numbers, by the way. And a wand is fire. A wand is where you're, in a sense, it's like a fairy godmother wand, and you're using that wand to get what you want, when you want, and how you want it. So if anything, my friend, the 2 cards are really validating all the work you've been doing, the last year, really starting to focus on the cups that are running over with goodness, but then also making sure you're filling up your cup. So this is where the shadow work comes in, and it's about letting go, my friend, and it's about just surrendering to the divine, surrendering to whatever comes. And, I always say everything happens for a reason. I know it's a cliche saying, but I truly believe it. One thing I will tell you too. Oh, go ahead, hon. Go ahead.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
I get flowing and things just start going.
No, go for it.
One thing I'm telling you, I want you to be mindful of October. I'm going out to about October, November, and I really feel about that time you're going to see what I would say is a shift in the momentum of how things have been. But it's in a very positive way. And I'm always very transparent and honest. I tell people, I won't sugarcoat it. I tell you what you need to hear. And as I see about that time, it's a sense of we're really filling up that empty cup that for you personally has been empty. This is filling up your cup. But then we've got the one that is overflowing with goodness, but when we got the other one that's not such goodness. So the good news is about that time, the stuff that's been so difficult, the cup that's been overflowing with, the negative or the heavy stuff, I really feel it visually. It sounds weird, but it gets pushed away. So for me, that means you're going to be really seeing all the blessings, all the goodness, and just that beautiful energy that you put out in the universe, I also feel like I've got some spirit coming in. This very much feels to be a dad, father. Has dad passed, Anne? Has your dad passed?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to keep in mind, he's showing me about that October, November time as well. I don't know if this is a birth date or death, month. Does that resonate with you?
It does. I have been caretaking for my husband and my sister since February, and full time. And it's been a lot.
Yeah.
Thank heavens for shadow work and whatnot, because, like I said, it's probably saved my life. I've done that. But the physical therapist we found has said, give me till November, and before she tries to go home. And so that's her shoot date. So maybe Dad's telling me that it will work out. She will be ready to go home in November, and I can release and relax when she does. So.
Oh, okay. Now I have goosebumps everywhere, my friend. That is my validation. That's exactly what Dad is trying to bring us. Because if you look at it, that time is where, you're going to be able to have the space to, give back to yourself. And then the cup that has been, heavy stuff, now you get to push that to the side because we're past that now. And you can take a big, deep breath. So that makes so much sense. And I knew when Dad popped in very quickly, I thought, oh, this is Dad going, yes, yes. So I hope this helped you, my friend. I know I have another caller, but definitely message me offline. I'd love to just say hi and catch up a little bit.
I'd love to talk with you, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome, and
Bye,
you too,
Jeff.
hon. Bye. Bye-bye, hon. All right, you guys, isn't that amazing? I love when our loved ones on the other side come in and they're like, yes, this is it. They'll just validate it. Okay. All right, guys, we'll have we have time for another caller. So I believe that I think it was Luann I saw from Connecticut. Hi, Luann. This is the mini medium.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
How are
Good.
you?
How can I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for asking. I always feel like I'm always asking, and then when someone asks me back, I went, oh, someone asked me. Oh, but how can I help you tonight, hon?
So there's a guy that's been in and out of my life, and it came back in during Mercury retrograde, and it's going to come back around, and I don't know if this is like, do I stay or do I go? Like, is this going somewhere or is this not going somewhere?
Okay. All right. You got it, hon. I'm going to pull a few cards here, see if we get some visual validation, and just some advice, intuitive advice for everybody out there. But anytime that we are in that retrograde, Mercury retrograde, that's usually where the X's start coming out of the woodwork. And they start coming in, and they tell us what we want to hear. They, do things that we, feel like they never did in the past. And then we get past retrograde, and then it's like things go back to the way they were. And just so I always say, be very careful during the, retrogrades, because it's just where it's the universe challenging you, and the universe going, all right, I'm going to give you this time to really do some shadow work, like I was telling with Anne, and we're going to see how you react and respond. And then if you react and respond in a, a productive way, or there seems to be progress, then then the universe goes, oh, you're ready. But if we keep going back and backtracking, then it's like a vicious cycle, So
it's not really backtracking. It's an energy that just won't die. I don't know how to describe it.
That's fair.
We haven't been romantic in a year and a half, but it's not that we. When we split romantically, we were lifelong friends. We split romantically after a year and a half.
Okay.
I guess.
Oh, okay.
And it's been over a year since we've been together. But he's still been in my life because he's the little brother of a dear friend who passed away. And his anniversary will be September 2nd. So I know I will see him.
Yeah. Okay, I have to tell you, you just said September 2nd, and I'm all about numbers and numerology, and I've been seeing the number 18 today, and September 2nd is 9 and 2, which is 9 times 2 is 18. There's some feeling of maybe this young man that connects to you that his past might be trying to come in and be a little bit tricky with me. Like, the spirit knows I hate math. I can do it, but it's not my favorite. And they'll literally do this kind of stuff. So we very well may have a little bit of, this mail coming in, which, I always say they're the best guides. I listen to them more than anything. But let's talk about the cards that came out, and I'll help you with this. And so are you familiar with what a twin flame is? It's not my favorite thing to throw out there, but do you know much about that?
Yes.
You're laughing, going, yes, I've heard this many times. Well, here's your sign, my friend. And twin flames, I'm just not a big fan of throwing twin flame or soulmate. It's just not my thing. But I'll say, you found your person. Twin flame, I kind of feel that there's that energy there. And I really do feel this, this relationship, this guy is like a twin flame energy. Twin flames always come back around. They never leave your side. I mean, and the way I kind of put this is for everyone else who maybe doesn't know what a twin flame is. How I put in perspective is, here's this soul that comes down, from the heavens, if you will. It splits off. One part of the soul goes into your body at conception. The other goes in his at conception. And then what happens is throughout life, that magnetic energy pulls you together. and you can't pull it apart. And then when you do pull it apart, it just finds its way back, you know. So the good news is this guy will always be in your life. The bad news is this guy will always be in your life. it's the twin flame karmic energy. But I'll tell you, I love even with your cards that I pulled, my friend. So you pulled this Knight of Pentacles. I'll show them on camera too. You pulled a Knight of Pentacles reversed, and then you pulled a King of Cups reversed. And here we've got two very masculine energies, right? The divine masculine, the Knight and the King. So this is where I always say, even the cards will validate, you know, the stuff you're dealing with, you know, right up front on that heart chakra. You're a very loving person, my friend. I can feel it. My gosh, my friend, you give all, you know, it's like wearing your heart on your sleeve. And I always say, you know, it's a blessing and a curse in that sense. So one thing that I do, you know, yeah, I feel, let me ask you, I just heard a name. So I keep getting name like, well, C or K, two syllable. So like Kevin or Calvin, Kenneth, two syllable C or K name. Living or past? Do you resonate with that name by chance?
Kenneth, past.
Who is Kenneth then?
So Kenneth is actually a guy that I tried to hunt down over the years. He was a profound person of healing in my dating life, and I tried to track him down to let him know some things, and found out that I found his obituary.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Was this within the last year and a half?
Yes.
Okay. He's here. And this is where I'm telling you, the names have been coming in so strong. The veil is so thin. And, you know, as I'm getting ready to give you some, you know, guidance and, you know, how to move forward with this, anytime a soul comes in that strong and, you know, I can hear the name that clearly, it really means that they are very protective of you. And I do feel that he is that way. I do feel that I need to tell you, as I'm hearing him, that you are, and I'll PG rate it. How's that? So how I hear some of the things he's saying, I'm like, I can't say that on the radio. He's hilarious. I'm just going to say you are an amazing mother. You are an amazing woman. He keeps saying that, you know, when they say the one that got away, he keeps saying that, the one that got away. Do you understand that?
With him, no.
Do you feel that's with this gentleman we're talking about?
It could be. I would see it more with him.
Okay. And you know the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You know that saying?
Yeah.
He keeps saying that about you. So he knows you're stubborn. I told you he's hilarious. One thing I will
he's
tell
the greatest.
Oh, go ahead, hon.
Oh no, he is the greatest. When I dated him, I was in such a bad space, and he called me out on everything.
There you go.
But
that's why he's here.
He was so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love it. Gosh, I know I've got about 90 seconds here. I'm going to get all this in. So some things that I just want to tell you that he's showing me, but I'm also seeing, through, clairvoyancy, claircognizance, his visions that pop in. I want you to really take the next 4 months. You're probably not going to like me for saying this, and just kind of do a detox with the masculine energies around you. that as much as you can, because I do feel next year, January, very beginning of the year, there is a new connection. Now, it could be this guy that you're talking with, but it's for that to happen, it's like a cleanse for you. Does that make sense? I'm trying to explain this the best way I can.
Yes.
It's not what you want to hear, I know. Well, I've got like 30
Thank you
seconds
so much.
left. So you're welcome. Will you message me offline at my website, mini-medium.com? I want to share some other stuff just because we don't have time tonight, but I would love to share some other things. Does that work okay?
Okay. Yes. Can you give me that again?
Yeah. Mini-, so the little dash, medium.com.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome, hon. Have a good night, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. All right, you guys. Oh, amazing connections and readings tonight. So I got to go. I will see you guys next week. Have a wonderful week. Much love and light. Bye, guys.
listening to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome.
Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com.
Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio.
Or one of our websites,
askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv.
This is astrology and psychic reading
on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host, Lady D. I hope you've had an amazing week. It has been for me as well. So today we are back in the normal place today. So last week I was out and about. Today back here. So this week we've got coming up with the planets. We do have today, we have Mercury, which is in sextile to Mars. So with that, it is making you feel a lot more confident. It's making you, giving you that courage to sort of speak up, to say what you want to say, also giving you some very positive thoughts and encouragement. I also feel like this is helping you feel a lot more brave too. Seeing about this transits coming in, it's going to make you feel kind of like you can do whatever you can do anything you want to do. It's giving you that movement that you need. We've also got on the 20th, we have the sun, which is going to be in trine to Chiron. So with that, it is giving you like a sense of healing with any sort of deep issues that may be going on, or things that have really caused you a lot of sort of wound wounded things as well, something that's caused you a lot of grief. So we've also got that coming up, which is happening on tomorrow, the 20th. So that's later in after the weekend. And then this week we've still got Mercury and Neptune, Saturn and Neptune are close together. So they are slowly breaking apart. They're about a degree apart at the moment. And next month we'll have Saturn move back into Pisces. But we're going to try happening. Mercury is still trying Saturn and Neptune as well. So with that, I feel like that's about taking the blinders off for people who are trying to pull the wool over your eyes. I feel like that's a really good transit to see through any sort of scammers or be more alert of those things going on. We also still got an opposition with Mercury and Pluto as well. So with that transit may be causing, I don't say cutthroat, but there could be a sense of sort of not wanting to talk to someone anymore, or there could be you going through some sort of transformation to do with the way you think, the way you communicate. It's something that's going to change with that. So like an evolution. Pluto's like the phoenix, I always say. So it's destruction, but it's also rebuilding. And that's going to be something related to communication or even the way you think. We've also got Venus, which is also got a try happening to Saturn and Neptune. So with that, that's bringing in, so like any issues causing through relationships or financial issues, it's able to get you to think your way out of that, think quickly, able to get what you need to out of any issues, any problems. The Neptune, I feel like it's about, again, seeing through that delusion, or if you're looking at any financial opportunities and it seems too good to be true, you're going to be able to sort of sense that and see that. There also could be a sense of, making money for spiritual work that also could be coming in with that transit as well, because Neptune does rule spirituality or spiritual work as well. And we've got Venus, which does rule money and relationships. And then we've also got Mars, who's starting in opposition with the Saturn and Neptune as well. So we have a lot of planets that are making angles with Saturn and Neptune. So that's going to be Saturn, which rules, I feel like, problems, and then you've got the Neptune, which sort of rules delusions. So if you are someone that does get a little bit weighed down sometimes, if you're not motivated, then I think this opposition maybe be pulling you back, making you feel less motivated. But since we also have that Mars in Libra, and then it also could be about trying to find a balance and trying to might be aspect of trying to please everybody when problems are coming up as well. Trying to also, reason with people and trying to make everybody happy. But, with the Neptune there, it might also make you feel like you're doing it a bit too much, because we have that Mars in Libra, which is all about helping people, finding a balance and trying to help and please other people as well with the Libra energy. So what I've got coming up for this week may seem like, you are trying to get things in a balance, and it may seem like things are a little bit crazy as well at times this week. It also could be about, it could seem like things are going around in circle, like you're going around the merry-go-round as well. It could also be a sense of like you just got to try again when something doesn't work out. It's a sense of pick yourself up and just try again. Like it doesn't seem people trying to jump over hurdles and missing the hurdles. And this is going to be a great week for catching up on things that are not finished. This week is also about forgiveness, I feel like, and this could be whether you got those aspects to Neptune coming in. So I do feel like it's about forgiveness and healing, and that will be the key to this week. I've also got here looking for open opportunities. So opportunities that, maybe you thought you didn't mean, or something may present itself as you had missed before too. So that's what I've got coming up for this week. So let's go to the caller. So we have Luna here, who's in Elizabeth, New Jersey. So from America. So hi, Luna. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Yes, I want to see what you see for me, like with career, and do you see like me moving anytime soon?
Okay, for your work, have a look. So you're currently working at the moment?
No.
You're currently, okay. Is everything around you at the moment just be chaotic? So I can see you sort of sitting there. Oh, well, okay. So the way that I'm seeing, what I'm picking up around you is that I'm picking up things that are a little bit crazy, a little bit chaotic. It's like there needs to be peace. I don't know if I'm picking up something that's coming up in the future or whether it is now. This is just what I'm seeing around you. I feel like that in terms of you getting employment, I do feel like that there is a letter of offer coming to you. I do feel like it's a sense of coming up. I want to go around September, October when this is going to come in. And I feel like this job that you're going to have, I feel like it's a lot of work. So I feel like it's a job that you're moving into that you're going to have to like clean up someone's mess. So maybe the workplace you're going into maybe that's going to be a little bit chaotic. But it's like you need this challenge. You need to have this security as well. I feel like that the job you have, I feel like that I know your work, the way it works is a bit different to how it is here to me, but I do feel like that the package is going to be picking up for some reason the teeth. So I don't know if it's like good, if it's got like a good plan for like teeth when you're going to see a dentist. So something about dentists or teeth as well. So as I said, I know your work, the way that it works over there is a bit different to how it works for me here in Australia. But I feel like that just like you're carrying a lot of things too. Like it's like not physical things, just like a lot of like things, like a lot of things weighing you down a little bit as well. In terms of you moving, I feel like that. So you're in New Jersey. Okay. So are you moving? So is that in the city? So you want to be in the city? Because I see you like in the city area, like a built-up area.
They got the. I don't know, for some reason, they have the wrong, city and state there, listed.
Oh, so where are you?
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Okay. Okay. So I haven't been to America before, so I don't really know my geography in terms of where things are. But what I see with you, I see you like in a street that has, so this is not like I would call it a suburbia. This is more like somewhere built up area, like a city area that I'm seeing that has like houses very close together. But I feel like somewhere in like a city area where you are, or where I can see you walking, and I do see you walking. I see a coat, so I feel like it must get a bit cold there as well. Look,
I live in the suburbs area. I mean, it's a busy area, but there's homes next to me. But it's not like a city; it's a town.
That's okay. Are the houses close together, like terrace? We call them terrace here. So the houses are close together, like very close together.
They have like a small. Everybody has their own lawn. It's not really like it's packed like tight or nothing like that.
Okay.
But I mean, do you see a time frame? I mean, or do you see
I
me
feel like
moving from
So I see I see the job has to come first and then you have to move. The move I feel like is going to come a little bit later. Like I want to go more early next year. I want to go more around February next year of when you'll be able to secure the move. I feel like the move is different with where you are now. I feel like it's a different I want to go different kind of a different area. There is a tree, like there'll be trees outside, like on the sort of where the footpath is, there's trees there as well. I see. But you're gonna be I feel like you're gonna feel more secure in where you are. But I feel like the job comes first and then the move comes second as well.
But the move is because I want to, or they're gonna tell me to leave.
Look, I feel like it could be a bit of both, and I feel like that you are going to want to, but I feel like there's also a need or a push for you to move too. I feel like you're going to be happy where you go. I can see the inside of this place. It's like got floorboards, so I feel like it's not carpet; it's more floorboards that I see with it too. It's going to be your own space. as well.
But I mean, do they want to sell the property? Is that what you feel, or like they want to rent it out to somebody else, or they just want to sell?
I just feel like when we get next year, you won't want to be there anymore. But I feel like also there's a push, whether it's a push coming from you or from them, but I just feel like there was a push that you are going to move. But you're going to feel, I feel like you're going to feel happy where you go. That's what I feel. That's what I get. I feel like the owners, where they are, there's a push for them. I feel like the people who own this property, there's a financial push for them. They're driven by financial need. I also want to go a little bit greedy as well with them. They're trying to cram more things on, so they might put your rent up, but with them, I feel like it's about the money that comes to your owners of the owns the place.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you said, the last sentence.
The owners, they're driven by money. People who own your house are driven by money. That's where they're coming from. Okay. So I hope I've helped you today. Thank you for calling in. So if you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties, and my Facebook page is also Lady D Psychic Parties. I now have a podcast called Spiritual and Cosmic Lady D. I also have a YouTube channel, which is at Lady D Psychic, and my Instagram is Lady DS Psychic, and my TikTok is Lady D Psychic. So thank you for tuning in, and I will see you same time, same place next week. But in 2 weeks' time, I will be in Port Macquarie, so I may be doing a show on the road or from Port Macquarie itself. So thank you, and I'll see you next time, next week.
Thanks for watching Moonstruck.